Hello, and welcome to a brand new campaign run by me with 4 players I met on Roll20. The campaign is Tomb of Annihilation, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons adventure set in the Forgotten Realms. Our players and I have never played D&D together, and some are playing for the first time. So don't take anything personal if we don't use rules or the books as written. The point of the game is to use the rules as guidelines to create an amazing story with friends, and I think we have done that. We have an Aasimar Warlock, a Triton Wizard, an Aasimar Paladin, and a Dwarven Monk taking on their first quest together against the Death Curse, a powerful curse in the land denying resurrection magic and slowly withering away those who have been resurrected. They will head to Chult, a land of mystery and danger, discover clues, and take on expeditions funded by gold won through quests, arena battles, and looting innovation places. So without spoiling anything, take a seat, remember that the audio and visuals mature and get better, and remember that all heroes have their beginnings, and this is theirs. So welcome to our Tomb of Annihilation campaign, starting now. Alright, so why don't we get started? So, from last we left off, Cursebreakers, you guys as adventurers, Owen, Bellador, Irvin, and Doldir, have been traveling through the jungles of Chult for a couple days now, and have been searching for a path to get you to the Eldani Basin, which is a swamp-like section of the jungle, which you are looking for clues and trying to see if the Red Wizards, if they have had any influence or setting up some sort of base of operations within the jungles of Chult. And this pertains to your journey to stop the Death Curse, a powerful magical effect that has stopped and negated the resurrection-based magic. A very pivotal and crucial aspect of many cultures in the Forgotten Realms. You were able recently to save a couple of albino dwarfs that were caught in a trap set up by some Batiri goblins. And these Batiris drew in noise and zombies to swarm the party, but you guys were able to overcome that, save the albino dwarves, and move on to a cave that you had heard about. But more recently, the cave has been taken over by a group of albino dwarves of the same clan of the ones you rescued, and they offered to give you a reward. They offered to give you a sort of chance to make an offering of yourselves to something that has granted a few of them strength, resilience, and the power to siphon life from one creature to another. This kind of necromancy magic has been a kind of blip, or more, not a blip, something common within the jungles of Chult. But regardless, one of your party members was kidnapped by these albino dwarves, and made an offering to whatever creature this may be that is bestowing them with this power. You all were able to overcome the albino dwarves at their campsite and within the mine, finding yourselves finding a altar and a hole within the mine, some sort of dark angel or scion statue that has been brought here and placed above this hole, and that is kind of where we left off, with you guys overcoming the dwarves, discovering that one of your party members happens to have a secret as well, and deciding that the best course of action is to try to save the acolyte that was traveling with you through this jungle and in your adventure. All of you fastened ropes to the top of the altar and descended down this dark hole below, and that's where we kind of have left off, with you descending down this hole, trying to find the acolyte, as well as discover the truth of who has been giving power to these exiled dwarves. And that is where we're picking up today.
Oh god, my ass is like so wet, guys. I've got swamp ass. It itches and
What?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Owen says as he descends down the moist, dank.
That's what he said. He's at the. Everyone else is below him, climbing down. He's up top. Guys, my ass.
My ass is leaking.
This is the first in. I don't know what you're talking about.
Zaka,
Fuck this. We gotta go.
Come join us. Come down here. I have a bad feeling, guys. I think we need everybody.
I thought we were leaving them in case more dwarves come.
We were going down the hole.
I know. I think we need everybody to come with us. Don't you guys agree? I think we're gonna need all hands on deck.
It's up to you.
I thought we were all heading down.
Yeah, we were, but
you guys have already headed most.
I mean, we can call up to them and ask them to come down.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Would you like to call up to Azaka and the others to join you down here?
I mean,
Sure.
what do you guys think?
Yeah, we could use them.
Okay.
I guess we're gonna call up to them then.
Azaka, we were asking Azaka and Eku to watch the door, right?
Yeah.
We're watching over the. Yeah.
Okay.
So, you call up for them to join you down. After a bit of confusion, Asaka does then, without the rope, her heavy, her much larger form now, kind of squeezes through the hole tightly as she uses her claws to like push with as much strength as possible into this tight hole. The cave kind of bends into like a slide, and eventually there's a sudden drop. As you guys have maybe descended about 60 to maybe 80 feet by now, and there's no light source. It's dark, and you can hear the small stones from the side of from the edges just starting to trickle down as Asaka then follows behind.
Can somebody turn the light up there?
Yeah.
Owen should still have his light spell on, right?
Yeah, Owen should still have light on.
That's still going off of my character.
What did you cast it on?
I cast it on my staff that I've got in my offhand, more or less.
Okay. So, with the light spell on the staff, those of you who eventually do scoop down to the final leg of this hole do see a bright light from Owen. There's not much detail to take away from the cavern other than the tightness of this. And eventually, Owen hits the bottom, and there's about 10 to 15 foot drop below. The rope kind of cuts off at the edge of this and doesn't enter what is an opening to a new chamber.
All right. Boulder, you want to go first, or should I?
I mean, you guys can't really squeeze past one another.
I think we should go.
Point of order.
Yeah.
We have buffs going that have 5 minutes left apiece.
Okay.
Yeah. So I should go first, I think.
How long?
Okay.
Quick question. How long has it been since we finished off those dwarves?
It had been about 2 to 3 minutes since.
Okay, I think my hex spell can still, if we find an enemy, I can still use the hex for a bit.
How long?
Because that last. Well, I started it. I did it like right before we entered the cave, and it lasts for an hour. That ability, so I think we got some time.
Yeah, you have plenty of time on that.
Yeah, so got some time.
Okay, so I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna press forward.
I'm second.
Well, it's hard.
I'll follow.
You can't
I'll follow
really
third.
switch with one another. If Owen's at the front, he would have to drop first.
I mean, I let them pass as long as they're going, right?
They can't squeeze past you.
It's not enough space to go past. You have to be up front.
You going first means you would have to drop out first of the tunnel.
I have to climb back out of the tunnel to get them to go before me?
To drop down. You have all climbed down. You went first. They cannot squeeze past you to jump out of the hole into the next chamber.
Oh yeah, I go down the hole.
Okay, so you.
Yeah.
All right, so you drop. Everyone else drops down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be second.
So as you all drop down, You see a clear landing of dirt and what seems to be broken pieces of stone spread out along the ground. Dropping down one by one, you spread out, and eventually, with a couple moments of time, Asaka then drops down as well. You see this large were-tiger form adorned in her leather that's been loosened, and her red cape behind her. She drops down quieter than most, but she kneels down and starts to sniff the surrounding area. Everyone give me a perception check.
Open up. And awful. Gotta start this off right.
Yeah.
Ha! A crit! What?
That's a 7.
Okay. So, for the most part, it's a dark cavern. There's not much to see aside from what light comes from Owen's staff. But Owen, you in particular see that most of the stones on the ground are not stones. As you move your foot around, you see bones. You see skeletal structures of what look like to be dwarves, humanoid creatures, and even animals down here.
A quick prayer to Ogma to watch over us.
Mm-hmm. As you're coming out with the prayer, you also see that just up ahead, south from where you're all out, you're basically in this cubby within a chamber, and there's a path forward and seems to be torchlight coming from up ahead.
After you, gentlemen.
Okay. Is there room for us to squeeze it by now? Can I go take the lead?
Yeah, sure. Why don't I throw everybody on the map, and we'll see how you do.
We all die.
Everyone got the next character ready, just in case?
No. I have an idea, though.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna play another monk. I don't care.
just plays his like twin brothers, so keep the character sheet the same.
Instead of Dolder, it'll be Golder.
Or Boulder.
I will avenge my twin brother's death.
Golder.
Okay. So, with this, you should all be on the map.
Yep.
And I'm gonna activate your light spell, Owen.
Great.
So,
Jesus, I am out of like fucking everything. This is gonna be bad.
Just stay in the back, I guess.
So Irvin, as you turn the corner into the light, your foot breaks against a wooden a skeletal structure, and you all hear and from the warmth of the chamber ahead, you hear
Irvin, what did you do?
Can I see what that made that sound? Can I try to see what, or
yeah.
try to figure out what made that sound?
Well, looking around, you see, being the first in here, you see an opened chamber with rocks and boulders kind of breaking up some of the openness to it. But just ahead of you, around the corner, you see the ground starts to rise into more rocky terrain and to a platform. But just before that platform, you see a massive black cauldron filled with flames. And as it's breathing, you can hear the crackling of wood within it. And a shadowy figure on the other side of it.
Did that figure notice me?
You don't know.
Can I try to stealth?
as you're all here with the light spell on, I would say
I'll tell him.
everyone
Hey,
may do so without do so with
the light.
disadvantage already.
Cut the light.
I'll just stay back.
Oh, okay.
You want me to do that? That
Well-
way you guys have somewhere to retreat to.
Well,
To be more fair, the light spell sheds 60-foot bright light, so it's already shed light pouring into this dark cavern.
Well,
So
it's
every-
like too
every-
late to cut it off.
Everything you've all seen
Okay.
right now, like as soon as you come in, you like cut when you like see it happen. It's kind of in the same transitional moment. So I need everyone to make a stealth check.
okay.
Disadvantage.
Yeah,
Disadvantage.
disadvantage, right?
Yes.
Yep. All right.
Good stuff.
Stealth. Oh, damn it. Oh, damn. 2 10s though.
I did.
Can't get no worse or better than that.
Yeah, at least I didn't do the worst here.
So as you kind of realize, like the moment, like you've kind of like turned the corner and there wasn't much room to go, you feel the presence of the creature just ahead. You try to turn, your elbow hits the stonework, and a couple of rocks just tumble down, and you hear the breathing from the other side of the cauldron. This dark, shadowy figure say, "Step into the light."
Nah,
I can-
man.
I mean, we are in the light from Own, so we're good.
I can feel you. I can smell you.
It's getting
And-
creepier by the second.
I use my paladin. What's it called? Divine sense or whatever.
Okay. You grab your holy symbol, and you feel the presence just up ahead of you, by the cauldron. That dark shadow figure, just though the light is booming and crackling and fighting against the darkness, the shadow presence that whatever this creature has is not swayed by it, and you feel a very powerful undead presence.
Just one. But
You feel one powerful undead presence here. However, about you, you feel portions of undead magic, not specifically creatures, but a sense of necromancy magic sprinkled throughout the entirety of the chamber.
all right, guys. Be ready. Come on.
Okay.
I go forward.
I'll
Okay.
follow.
Older.
I'm coming. Sorry. Hold on. Raising up
Pay
a
attention.
little bit.
Stepping forward,
Go.
into the chamber and into the light. Okay. You see the figure standing by the cauldron. You see around you, and kind of like leaning and like sprinkling on its way towards the cauldron. You see dark iron dropped and sprinkled around the ground. What looks to be a suit of armor in pieces that lead up to the cauldron, and you see flesh of the creature, pale white, but a hulking figure, a very muscle-bound creature. What looks like maybe a tall or very substantial orc or Goliath. And he stands on the opposite side of the cauldron, looking into the flame, with wisps of it revealing his skin. And you see... Make a religion check, Irvin, and anyone else who may have religion as a proficiency.
I do not.
Okay.
Drinking
Oh,
is my religion.
Sorry, 13 would have been mine because I had a.
It's okay. So, with a 13 and 16, you get a couple of ideas, but the black iron, the undead power you're sensing from your divine sense. There's something here about this creature that reminds you a little bit about fallen paladins.
Oh.
Or more simply, a Death Knight. As you look in towards the flame, all of you grouped now together, and Azaka kind of coming in from the shadows, she's actually gonna sneak over to this rock here and try to stay stealth. You hear the voice call out deeply. I heard you had an offering. I was already given partial payment. Have you come to give me the rest?
Yes, we have. Forward.
Pray tell, sir, what might we call you by?
As Irvin steps forward. You may refer to me as the Fallen. I offer great strength to those who can give me what I need.
And you need offerings? Your life, essence?
While they're talking, I'm gonna kind of look around for
Life.
missing.
Okay. I require the sustenance. And he just inhales briefly, and you can all feel it kind of pull you in. Yes. I require the blood among you. Which one of you has what I need?
Oh, you need some blood? Like how much blood? Like an ounce, a liter? You need a blood transfusion?
What blood
Where
type you? What blood type you? I can see if I can get you a transfusion or something.
Everyone make a deception check.
Can I make a perception as well?
Yeah.
You said make a perception or deception? Oh, deception.
Deception for everyone.
Deception for those of you trying to interact with him.
That's a 20.
Oh.
Oh, well, I was just asking his name.
Oh, you. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
There's no need to deceive him. You asked him a question.
Yeah.
I am known as the Fallen. Once a great knight in the armies of Rasnisi. Now, reduced to this. Which one of you is my offering?
Hey, to be honest, none of us, brother.
Where's the acolyte?
Searching about, looking with your perception, you don't see anything around. There is a high raised platform behind him that kind of ascends into the cavern, but there's not much that you see.
Where
So I
where
asked him that.
specifically
I
is
asked
he
him where that
located
was.
to? Was he right there?
He was like right here,
He's right here.
I think he said.
Okay.
I will
I asked
offer
him where
you
that was.
one chance to sustain me and be rewarded.
Well, quick question. Somebody did throw a sacrifice down here that was like a girl. Have you seen her? Or where is she?
She was partial payment.
What'd you do with her?
Did you already eat
now?
her?
He looks about 3-4 of you grouped up together, steps forward, revealing himself, and you see in the light a heavy foot, 8 foot tall, what looks to be a pale skinned orc with dark black armor on only portions of his body. His stomach seems to be opened, but what you see from it is pale, muscled, tight skin with scars and tattoos blackened across them with burn marks. His mouth seems to be covered in a dark, dried blood. And he looks at the group and everyone here and says, I collected partial payment and offered great power, but it seems like you are the ones who have come like before to curse me, to rend me.
You see, Mr. Fallen, sir, that girl that was done out here was never meant to be payment. So if we could just have her back, we'll be on our way and never bother you again.
Well said.
As you speak up,
I would like to ask him a partial question. I would like to ask him a serious question. Excuse me, Mr. Fallen. Have you or are you affected by something called the death curse?
he takes a moment to pause, looks at the group with a very heavy-set posture. I am death. And he raises both arms, and as he does, you feel a shaking from the ground, and as the ground shakes, you see the skeletal bones around all of you start to tremble, and crashing from the ground.
Oh no.
No, not yet. I was going, because if he was, I was gonna like have a better deal.
A skeleton rises and cracks from the ground and jumps into the air and onto the ground. You see a couple of skeletons, if not more, have been summoned by the Fallen. And as he does, he goes, I have no use for your words. Only your blood.
Well, and I yell out, what if I tell you that I can bring you back as human? Or whatever you used to be.
It's not a human to begin with.
I understand your attempt now to try to persuade him, but I will say what everything you've offered him is pretty much completely outside of what he wants or cares about.
Much the only way out is through
So
these
I'm
things.
gonna have to say, everyone,
Real initiative.
click your tokens.
Yeah.
Click your tokens and roll initiative.
They've seen. Not bad. I feel like finally I got a decent initiative roll.
Well, let's find out.
That's poor for me.
Oh, we're gonna need. Oh, I didn't take Asaka.
See, if he needed blood to survive, and if he's
Oh,
actually
thank you, buddy.
taken by the death curse, I could have just got rid of the death. We could have just got rid of the death curse.
Yeah.
He could have lived.
Did you actually think it'd be that easy though?
Oh, sometimes you could be surprised. If it was-
Sometimes you can be
Yeah.
persuasive.
Yeah, to be fair, this is my first campaign, so I'm still getting used to some things.
And other
it's
times.
it's really just the luck of the dice.
It really is at times.
And then, It is, and it can be. But you guys weren't really offering him anything he really wanted at first. You kind of were beating around the bush for a bit, and then offered him things he does not want ever.
Yeah.
I said, what kind of blood? You want transfusion? What? I can set up a monthly payment plan.
You were just kind of making fun of him at that point.
So with that, it looks like.
Question: fiends and undead are different things, or are they the same thing?
Fiends and undeads are different. Fiends would be something demonic or even devilish, while undead stick to skeletal zombies, ghouls, wraiths, and that kind of stuff. Anything that has transcended death. Very much like you would be familiar after kind of putting more and more of these pieces together, Irvin. He seems to be some sort of Death Knight. However, from what you've learned in your dealings with fallen paladins, Death Knights are to be considered one of the most powerful forms of undead, because not only have they mastered coming back to life, they retain much of their divine power, just corrupted and transformed.
Yeah.
The difference here being there's something, though probably the most formidable opponent you've sensed with your divine sense, a Death Knight is considered to be. We'll find out. Regardless, with that, we're gonna start things off with the Fallen going first. What he's gonna do is, after he brings his arms up, these massive arms, and conjures these skeletons from around the group, he hunches his back, looks to be blood-driven, pulls out from the side scabbard a razor-sharp axe in one hand. Rushing forward, you just hear heavy footsteps as he rushes forward. His mouth then growls out, and you can see razor-sharp teeth covered in dried blood as he rushes forward. Gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20 towards Irvin, and he's gonna make 2 attacks against you.
Disadvantage. If I have my spell up still, right?
Which spell?
Protection or.
Sorry.
Good and evil.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, disadvantage, he's gonna roll a natural 1. Nice. And he's gonna roll a 21 to hit. So
the first one doesn't hit, and the second one does hit.
So as he rushes forward, and he immediately brings up this jet black axe. Sorry, 1 second. This is obscuring my audio. As he rushes forward, the axe comes and slashes towards you. You bring your shield up just in time, and a bit of radiant energy from your divine power and the cast of protection from good and evil slams out a bit of radiant energy. Go ahead and roll me a d6.
Let's see here. D6, there it is. Oh my god.
Okay. Suffers 1 point of radiant damage as it pushes him back. He then violently, heavy-set tone, just raking it against your shield immediately with another vicious slash towards you. Knocks your shield just away from your protection and slashes you across. You're going to take 7 points of slashing damage and 1 point of necrotic damage. As
So I have resistance to necrotic. How does that work?
so you would take
One is one.
half, so you can a half of one. So for now, we'll just say it's 0.
Okay.
So you get slashed across the chest, and the power of the creature just seems to feel overwhelming. I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw as the fallen rushes towards Irvin and just slashes twice.
Is it a charmed, frightened, or possession effect?
Okay, that's a constitution. He said wisdom.
Yeah, I need a wisdom saving throw, and it is a frightened effect.
Irvin and Boulder are both immune.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So I still need to roll one,
Yes.
and I'm good probably.
Okay. So we have, yeah. Irvin is immune, you said?
Yeah, due to the spell.
Okay. So
Yeah.
as this immensity of the creature rushes out and the power of his strikes jumps into Irvin, pushing him back, his feet digging deep and then just grinding against the dirt. All of you are saved from the fear effect, and that will be the end of his turn as he is dedicated towards Irvin. However, Azaka is going to rush 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, because she has more movement in her beast form. She's going to tend to one of the skeletons in the deeper in the chamber that you guys don't see yet. That is going to be she takes she takes a bite. That's gonna hit. That's 10. I hate how it doesn't. Come on. The skeleton takes 10 points of damage, and then a claw for the claw will miss. I think. I'm not sure. Yeah. So she rushes forward towards the skeleton, grabs it by the arm, rips its arm off, and then tries to scrape it against, scratch it with her claws. It blocks it, and she's engaged with one of the skeletons in the south. Next up, we have Bellador. You're up.
Let's see. Get to go.
Look at the hex on, you said, or no?
I can use that still. I still have time to, yes. So I will use a bonus action to put it on the fallen.
Hex
and then-
or
The hex, yes.
Okay.
And then I will move over here and take a strike with my sword.
Okay. So he's considered hexed.
Do you need me to hit the hex button again? It's not gonna hit either way.
Well, you got advantage, right?
You
Oh,
have
yeah, I do have advantage.
because you're flanked.
I forgot. Thanks. That doesn't matter.
As you rush towards Irvin's aid, you cast Hex while moving to the fallen side. You've gotten used to making sure to flank the enemy, but as you turn, he immediately inhales, turns to the left, and goes, Asamir. And he blocks your strike with the right arm, and a piece of black iron slams against your Windsinger's blade. He seems to be able to smell your Asamir blood.
Well, that's unfortunate, but I can't really do anything else, so I'll end my turn.
Okay. So with that, Irvin, you're up.
Oh man. Yeah, we'll do swing with the longsword.
Okay.
Oh, I get advantage as well, right? Or did I? Let me,
Yep.
Yeah. Got to put that on. Let's do another one right there. Oh, well, that's the wrong damage, but it's okay.
Okay.
It hit.
Yeah.
It hit. So I gotta do the damage of the one-handed one. How do I do that though?
Well, the one-handed one hit the damage.
Oh, okay.
You rolled a 23 as well anyways.
Yeah.
Okay.
4.
All right. So
I am rolling terrible.
So with that, while he's distracted with the with Bellador, you get a slice low towards one of his thighs, but there's still grafted on black armor in certain places. It doesn't strike as much as you want it to.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So with that, we have You want to try anything else?
I only get the one attack right now, so that's all I can do, I think. Unless I can use my shield.
No, not really.
Okay.
Okay, so with that, it's Owen's turn.
All right. I see that they're kind of ganging up on him.
Okay.
I'm gonna step there. What is this thing wielding? Is it just a skeleton, or is it like armored and?
It seems to be a skeleton wielding a long sword, a short sword, and fixed to its back, it seems to have some sort of bow.
I'll move there just to kind of engage it, and I need a reflex save from dude.
Okay.
It's a DC 11, not 13.
Okay. That's gonna be a 16.
He saves, no damage. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. So you rush up towards the skeleton, kind of block its pathway, aim towards the fallen, casting Sacred Flame, but the line of sight is obscured. Doldir, you're up.
All right, what I'm going to do? Gotta click on him. From here, I'm gonna hit him with thoughts and prayers. I'm going for his knees. All right, this is fool 8 foot tall.
Okay.
Pick out his shins.
Yeah, I'm going for it. I'm going for his kneecaps.
All right, you have advantage.
Kneecap this dude.
Oh my
Or I
god.
can bring him down a peg. 12
12
to
will
hit.
not hit.
And I'm gonna just use my second unarmed strike. 24 to hit.
That will hit.
5 radiant damage on him.
Okay. As you swing for the first strike, you hit some heavy-set iron, and then you uppercut beneath the thigh and strike flesh, and a blast of radiant energy smacks against him. He instinctually goes to turn and slash back at you, but you've already just... He's underestimated who was attacking him because he just swings wide and high. So with that, it is going to be the skeleton's turn. First strike against Owen is going to be 21 to hit. You take 3 points of piercing damage, Owen, as the skeleton slashes against your arm with a short sword. The other is going to take a longbow shot towards Doldir, since he's casting some radiant magic. 23 to hit.
It hits.
You take 3 points of piercing damage. And the final one is going to attack Asaka with the short sword. Wow, they're rolling really well for
I
skeletons.
don't like how well these skeletons are rolling.
Yeah, they're rolling really well. Everyone gets one. So yeah, that'll be their turn. This other skeleton is gonna kind of get a better angle on everyone else and start knocking another arrow. But with that, we are at the top of the round again. The Fallen, after swinging violently behind him, is gonna see the dwarf beneath him, and he's going to just go to town. He's going to make one attack against Doldir. Or 23 to hit.
Disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage. Oh.
Yeah, he's flanked.
No.
No,
Dolder
protection.
also has the same buff as Irvin.
Oh yeah, he does.
The only person who doesn't is the Warlock.
Can I get who has what on them now?
I
I'll
don't think I
link
have
it for you.
any buffs.
And
Dolder and Irvin both have
protection from good.
that
mood.
running.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so the second attack then will be, the disadvantage is still an 18 to hit. Doldir?
Oh, yeah, that will hit. Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, that will hit.
So you take 12 points of
Oh.
slashing damage and 3 points of necrotic damage. Damn, that was a good roll.
That's more than the other one would have.
Yeah. So with that, he just turns around and slashes against your chest. And then he's going to...
Oh, I have. Shit.
You know what? He's just going to finish you off. He's gonna go for a second attack. So 15 to hit.
No.
15 minutes. On me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 15 misses.
Okay.
Oh.
So with that, he strikes against your chest. You jump backwards instinctually, and it's fast enough to stop his second swing. You can just hear the wind get cut in half as you see this dark blade splash your red dwarven blood across the ground, and you hear him just. I was once a powerful general in the armies of Rasnisi. You are nothing. With that, Asaka is going to try to finish the skeleton off of a bite. 13 will just hit and finish off the skeleton for 11. With that, she will run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to the second, using her claw attack, which is 19 to hit, which will do 11 points of damage, almost finishing off that skeleton. But that will be her turn. She's going to call out to the group. I'll deal with the skeletons. You finish him off.
Okay.
Yeah, you're barely standing up there. No problem, I got this.
But with that, it's going to be Bellador's turn. Bell, what do you got?
First off, take a swing of the sword.
Okay. Don't forget you have advantage.
17.
17 will hit. Nice.
That's 8, and 1 sec, I gotta roll d6. 8 magical, 3 necrotic.
Nice. So we got 11 points of damage. As your blade slashes at his back, it cuts through the black iron and that's grafted into him, and you can see all this black blood just spill, not even splash out of him. It just spills out of his swollen body.
And
How's he looking? Is it looking hurt at all? I mean, obviously a little bit. but-
I think I'm blocking his health for 1 sec. There we go.
He looks like he's been hit a few times.
See, I'm
But
trying
he
to see if
doesn't
there's
look
give me a second. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I can do, but it doesn't look like it. So I'll just have to end my turn.
Okay. So
You didn't do your hex damage, did you?
He did.
Oh, no, you did. Never mind.
That's we use the necrotic from the hex, yeah.
I got you.
So with that, it's Irvin's go. You see him wailing on Doldir, and a very wounded Doldir just jumps backwards, and Bellador takes it as an opportunity, slashes him, and keeps moving. He hasn't reacted enough to you yet. What would you like to do?
10 points of land hand.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
And I tell him, go help with the skeletons.
Doldir?
How much did you heal Dolder for?
10.
At 10.
Doldir.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. So as Irvin rushes towards Doldir, he puts his hand on his shoulder, and you feel the radiant energy start to heal your wound. The fallen immediately turns towards you, Irvin. His eyes start to turn blood red.
Oh shit.
Whoa, bruh, don't need to get so hostile now.
So with that, Owen, it's your go.
All right, hang on. Trying to see what happens close. What is close combat with ranged attacks? Trying to just-
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Is it if he's in combat or if I'm in combat?
What are you trying to do?
Well, I have a vial of holy water, and I looked at what it does.
While you're within melee range of someone while doing a ranged attack, it is disadvantage because they can stop it.
It doesn't matter if he's in combat.
No.
So I just need to move by foot.
Right. He will take an
All right,
attack of
fine.
opportunity.
Do it.
Damn it.
Take your swing.
Okay. So he's gonna take an attack. 17 to hit.
Hit.
You take 8 points of piercing damage as you start to rush away, and he sticks you right in the back with his
Hey,
sword.
dickhead!
The fallen doesn't turn around. His eyes bright
Over
red.
here.
Oh, nice. Bright
Does
red.
that hit?
That'll hit.
He takes
My
5 radiant
God.
damage.
Okay. As you,
And
the
I
blood
will
red.
remove that from my items.
Okay, thank you. He has these bright red eyes trained on you, Irvin, and then you hear, "Hey, dickhead!" as a vial of water just spills over the fallen, and you see that his flesh starts to bubble and boil, and it starts to kind of create this acidic effect. As it does, he looks towards you intently, still trained on what you just did, and goes to, looks like he's about to grab you. You did 6 damage, right? Oh, 5 damage.
5 damage.
Okay. Wait, did I do it?
Oh, I need to.
Did I
Shit.
remove the 5?
I may have screwed
I
up.
think so. I don't think so.
I need to make
No one hit him on the last turn, right?
I did.
10.
Oh, you did. Okay, alright.
I slashed him.
Okay. I don't know if I subtracted the 5 before or after, so I might have taken it off twice.
Oh, shit.
It's alright.
So. Bad news.
Right.
Boulder's no longer buffed.
Okay.
That's the end of my turn. That's all I can do right now.
Perfect. So with that, Doldir, it's your turn.
All right.
You feel this protective energy just start to fade off your body, regardless of the fact that Irvin's just revitalized you with some hit points.
No.
Hey, help with the skeletons.
Yeah, can't you drunkenly disengage and not get hit?
I think he has to hit him and then he
I
can
have to
go.
hit.
Oh, you have to hit
disengage.
him and then disengage. Okay.
Yeah,
You can.
but that would. I mean, alright. So you guys want me to just focus on the small skeletons?
I mean, it would help because they have bows and can hit itself at this distance.
You all say
I-
within 6 seconds of each other.
Okay. So, because it costs a key point to just disengage. I only have
What?
one left.
Let me put it this way. You either need to all in on this fucker or you need to get out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you are about to die.
I can use my greater potion of healing.
Okay.
What would you like to do, Doldir?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my potion of greater healing.
Alright.
What is that roll again?
It's 4d4 plus the consumables,
My
greater
constitution.
healing. 4d4 plus 4.
So 11 plus 4, so that's 15 points of damage.
Okay. You pull out from your back the greater healing potion, uncork it, and start drinking it down as you see him focusing on Irvin, hoping he won't stop you in this moment. You drop it to the ground, heal 15 hit points, still have your action.
That's not my action.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I'm gonna punch him.
Okay.
Yeet. 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
6 points of radiant damage.
Okay, nice. This time you punch him right in the gut as he's exposed.
I'm still going for his kneecaps.
Okay. You go for the knee a second time, and you hit this very dense muscle. It explodes with this divine energy, and as it does, you see the iron grafted armor start to fall off and shatter.
That's what I like to see.
Nice one, man. Keep it up.
With that, the skeleton is gonna take rush over towards Owen, take another attack.
And I'm dead. It misses!
Oh, nice. 14 misses. So he rushes towards you, you go, I'm dead. And then as soon as it rushes towards you, its foot hits a bit of stone, trips, you push it out of the way and go, ugh. Oh. And with that, the other one is going to take an attack towards Zaka. 22 to hit. She'll take 4 points of damage. And with that, we come back to the top of the round with the Fallen, who is looking like he's taken a bunch of good hits. You see some parts of his skin not taking well to the radiant energies, the radiant damage thrown at him from the holy water, and so on. But he's still looking pretty strong. And as that happens, he rushes towards Irvin. Then Dolder punches him right in the knee. As he does, the Fallen goes to grab Doldir. He's going to make. I need you to make. Let's see. Let's go. What is this? Yeah, he's gonna make an athletics check to try to grab you. You can make an athletics or an acrobatics to get out of the way.
Acrobatics. Oh lord.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay. He grabs you with his right arm, and then he is gonna make a strength check. Let's see. Strength. It'd be an athletics, actually.
Wait. You said athletics or acrobatics?
Your choice at the time. So what he does is he grabs you.
Mm-hmm.
He grabs you by your shirt, picks you up. I don't need you. And he moves 5 foot this way towards the cauldron and tosses you into the fire.
Not me?
Yeah.
Oh no.
You take what is this supposed to be?
You can't do like a saving throw? Like a dex?
He grabbed him. Well, this is gonna see if he goes. I'm sorry, I got the wrong thing. Stupid 6. You take 7 points of fire damage, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. 22. Nice. He throws you into the cauldron, and luckily you don't go prone, because that would have been bad.
Very bad. Very bad.
You into the cauldron, but you grab on with your hands the cast iron, and it scorches your hands, but you have to push off of it or risk going deeper into the cauldron. And
Gotcha.
you kick yourself out, but land. Oops, sorry, I was moving the wrong thing. Damn it. You kick yourself out, and now you're on the opposite side of the cauldron. Don't forget, you took 7 points of fire damage.
I took it.
And then with his movement, no, he's gonna stay where he is. Actually, only Irvin's wounded. Okay, never mind. That's gonna be his turn. Azaka is up, and she's gonna take a short sword. Not a short sword, sorry. A bite. 17 to hit. We'll finish off that skeleton. After she tends to this second skeleton, she rushes over 5. Oh, almost grew there. Ay. Sorry. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. As Asaka just starts... She starts running with this tiger-like speed towards Owen.
Oh.
And she goes, I'll deal with this one. And that'll be her turn. She can't reach. Actually,
I think you can extend it with a jump.
she's going to pull out her longbow since she still has one more attack and make a longbow shot. 11 to hit will miss though. She'll pull out her bow, but unused to the transformation and using the bow, the arrow doesn't set properly. She flings it out into the darkness. I'm not used to that one. But with that, it's Bellador's turn. You're up, sir.
Quick question before I make my turn. the spell Hex, when I use it, I get to choose an ability
Yes.
the target has disadvantage on. Is that when I can move it, or only when I originally cast it? Because if so,
Whatever creature you cast it on, you choose an ability you wish for them to
I have
disadvantage.
not been doing that. I have been screwing. I have not been using this ability to its full extent.
Oh, I know.
It really isn't that amazing, to be honest.
I mean,
It
It's the
can
damage
be.
you're after.
It
Yeah,
Well,
it can be, but not usually.
I could have picked Dexterity. You could have possibly hit with that 2 radiant earlier. That would have been something at least.
Well, moreover, you could have. I'll
It's
let
not
you-
saving throws, it's checks.
checks.
Oh, it's check. Okay, never mind.
That's
not
why
really good.
it's like if it was saving throws, that'd be fucking
You
amazing.
give the creature
that's-
disadvantage. So what's
That's not gonna help.
What ability check would you give them what to give him disadvantage on?
Let's give him disadvantage on strength, I guess.
Okay.
Right.
The hex starts to sap some of the strength within his veins, and with that, what else would you like to do?
That was 6 seconds ago.
I'm sorry, but to be fair, that was an acrobatics, not a strength.
No, it was
No.
strength.
Oh, it was. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry, dude. I'm gonna take a slash at him with my sword.
Okay.
That's 12.
12 will not hit. As you try to focus the hex on him, he gets aware, turns violently, and tries to slash at you with his axe. You block it and miss your opportunity.
There's nothing else I can do. That's all I got.
All right, Irvin, you're up.
I step in front of him and I say, "Keep your focus on me," and I try to hit him with my, which won't hit.
Okay.
That's fine. Oh my god. My rolls
That will
today.
not hit. You go to strike at him after saying that. He grabs you by the arm and holds it down. And he hungrily says, "The blood of an angel. I'll gladly accept it."
Yeah, maybe the guy who's after blood of angels and stuff, maybe 2 Asimos should not be next to it.
Well,
right,
we'll see
right.
in a second. So, with that, anything else you want to try, Irvin?
Oh. I don't have any other actions. I have a bonus action, but yeah, nothing really I can do right now with that.
Okay, so with that, Ohm, you're up. You have a skeleton at your back and the Fallen still locked in combat with your allies, and he's just throwing people around.
So, I God damn it, I kind of have 2 options here. I can do the same thing and maybe just take pop shots and hope to survive because I'm gonna get hit by this fucking skeleton. Or I could try something really cool that will probably almost definitely not work.
It's up to you, man.
Just
Well,
disengage
yeah,
and go somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I was
Alright.
saying. You have to
Alright,
go buy somebody to that.
Take an attack of opportunity.
No,
No,
just disengage.
Just disengage, dude.
I can't disengage and cast a spell.
No, just disengage and go somewhere. Don't try to fight. Just run.
Yeah.
Then no, I want to try this. It's such a bad idea,
Okay.
but it would be so
Go for
good
it.
if it worked.
Works, it will be worth
The
it.
skeleton will take an attack of opportunity. 18 points. 18 to hit.
Okay. Damage.
Take,
Okay, I'm still up.
Points
I'm
of
still
damage,
up.
I was like, holy crap.
take 3
Draw
points
for
of piercing damage.
All right.
Strong
As
skeleton.
you try to run away again, and it sticks you with the pointy end.
Boulder, heads up. I need a strength saving throw from both of them.
Uh-oh.
From
You?
The
Okay.
save is
Strength saving throw?
From
yeah,
from who?
9 DC.
9?
I need to do it too.
Oh,
Why is that doing
No,
that?
just Doldia, because I guess they're in the same line.
that's a 27.
I got 10.
balls. Well, I can keep doing it. That's the end of my turn.
Okay.
I cast a gust of wind. Oh, that was somebody else rolling. There it is.
Right. So with that, you cast the gust of wind. Dust is kicked up and pieces of bones are sprinkled around the battlefield, and some of the crackling flame is whisked, but the Fallen still remains standing.
I was so hoping that would work. Throw him in the fucking cauldron after Boulder.
That would be fun.
That would be pretty cool. If that
But
worked.
with that,
Oh, the irony.
Stoldir's turn.
That's it. Nobody tosses me like a rag doll and gets away with it.
Might want to go to the other side of him.
As he runs to the other side of the cauldron.
Just hold on 1 sec.
Hold on. Get there. Get him to kneecaps again. Aiming for his kneecaps, like always.
Always the kneecaps.
With the poncho whipping in the wind because I'm casting Gust of Wind
I
for a
don't have
minute.
the poncho though. That's
Oh, the poncho's back at the
Oh.
spell.
Well, you look like you're in a monsoon.
Yeah.
Like everything's whipping everywhere.
Yeah, he just looks like he's about to KO Ken somebody. 24 will hit for 4 points of radiant damage.
I'm spending my last key point. And I'm going out. All these are going for his knees. Bruh.
Okay.
Always the knees.
All right, you hit him in the knee. Ooh.
The knees.
Okay.
Oh, 8 radiant damage.
Another
for the first
8.
attack.
Nice.
And 14 for the second one.
14 will not hit. As the first one hits and the second one hits, you try to Johnny Cage him, hitting him both knees with radiant energy. He then goes again to grab you, and that pushes you off as you don't want to get flung again. He interrupts your blow, but he did good damage there. He's looking hurt. He's looking visibly wounded now, as a lot of the radiant energy has pushed and blown away a lot of his armor. You start to see a very white-paled creature, just still hulking, however. But with that,
Where's your third attack? I thought you got a knockback.
I missed him on my third.
He missed. He rolled a 14 for the third attack.
I see.
with that, the skeleton is gonna rush forward towards Own and take another short sword attack. 16 to hit.
I'm down.
Oh no!
The skeleton
Exactly.
just
That's
keeps going.
all I needed.
The skeleton just keeps rushing towards Own, and just and Own gets it stuck right between the rib cages, and as he does, he just and then goes unconscious, prone on the ground. With that, it's going
This is a
to.
weird compilation of music. How you gonna have the ice cream truck and then some reggaeton playing both at the same time?
I don't know. My windows are open. Yeah.
You get thrown into the fire, just the ice cream man jingle in the background.
Oh, I'm gonna mute myself real quick. This makes this hilarious.
It's okay. The top of the turn order, the Fallen is going to grab Irvin, and Irvin, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Constitution. Oh god.
That's gonna fail. You take 7 points of necrotic damage,
I am resistant to it.
reduced to 3,
Oh my god. Nice.
and he will heal for 3 then. And then he's going to so he grabs you. As he grabs you, he starts to pull in some of that radiant energy into him, and as it does, it starts to turn into this dark necrotic energy that starts to heal some of his wounds. Then he is going to. No, he's gonna stay there for now. That'll be his turn. With Azaka, she's gonna take a bite at the skeleton, which will hit for 6 damage, and then a claw, which will miss. She's just pretty much been hit or miss. She's gonna make one strike. It's gonna hit the creature, miss the second. Then she's gonna look down at Owen and go, "Owen's down. I'll take care of him."
Okay.
With that, Bellador, you're up.
Let's see if this works this time. Hit or miss, sword slash. That'll hit.
That'll hit.
Nice.
And 1 sec, because the hex. That's 6 magical, 1 necrotic.
Okay. As you hit him again from behind, he turns and tries to wildly grab at you this time. But with that, Irvin, you're up. Irvin.
My bad. Sorry, my wife was talking to me real quick. What was that again?
Yeah, Chad.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna take a swing at him. Is anybody protect? Let's see here. I am. Yeah, stay there. And take a swing with the long sword. 24 to hit.
Yeah. Is that okay?
Let me see before I do the damage. How hurt is he?
He's
Did
looking.
you even move
He's
out
looking
of the
hurt.
way?
Who's after me?
That would be Owen then Doldir.
Okay.
But,
Spend my last. Oh god, maybe I should. Jesus, my rolls today are so bad.
So 4.
So, yeah. And then I'm thinking about smiting.
Well, you gotta decide now.
Yeah. What do you think, guys? Smite or no smite? My last spell
Smite.
slot.
Might as well use it.
All right, doing it.
Okay.
Bones
Level
and
1.
dead.
Oh, nice. So
Yeah, good. I'm glad you used it. Actually, that's really good.
So with that, you slash into him. The wound
Set focus on me.
kind of sticks into him, and he just buries it in with a muscle tense flex. And as it does, you say, "Focus on me!" And a powerful blast of radiant energy blasts out, and you see a chunk from where his heart should be just gets blown out. And for a moment, he almost tumbles to one knee, and then stops and breathes in intensely. And you feel the strength of the fallen starting to wane here. But he looks up again with this violent rage.
Oh.
Okay.
That's
Yeah, that's
my
Owen's turn.
Yeah, I don't-
Owen, I need you to make a death saving throw. 1 success.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my boy.
With that, Doldir, you're up.
Going in for your kneecap, son. I'm trying to make you kneel.
Kill him by hitting his
Another
kneecap.
Oh!
Wait.
Kill him by
Damn, dude, you
kneecapping him.
I'm getting all the bad rolls. You can look good rolls.
Yeah, I mean, with
Another
the
radiant damage. Ah!
As you hit him again, this time you pop his kneecap out and he drops to one knee. The fallen has now finally been brought down, and as he reaches one knee, he's now still taller than you, looks towards you.
With my unarmored strike, I'm literally about to jump up and then just B-hand him.
Okay.
This-
I want this fool to feel my anger for tossing me into the fire.
First you kneecap him, then you beat him.
4 radiant damage.
Okay.
Is that enough to beat him?
It's not enough, but you jump up and crack him across the mouth, and as you do, you get the fight knight just blood and spit thrown everywhere. As the fallen almost gets keeled over by that blow, he is still standing.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, how you like that, pussy?
Oh wow.
He's gonna throw you back in the fire now. You realize?
dude.
As that happens, it's the
Time to go fast
skeleton's
down, dude.
turn. The skeleton, instinctually, regardless of being in combat, turns towards the fallen and rushes to his aid. Azaka is going to take an attack of opportunity with a claw,
Come on, 15.
and that'll be enough. It rushes towards his aid, but as he does, halfway through it, she jumps towards its back and just returns it to a bunch of unanimated bones as she strikes across it. It's the fallen's turn. You all see that he's been brought low, and as you're starting to feel like you've gotten the upper hand in this fight, you see him reach out and extend 2 hands towards both of the Asamirs. I need both of you to make Constitution saving throws.
Oh no.
Oh fuck.
14.
7.
14 and a 7. Alright, so So you take 9 points of damage, Irvin. And Bellador, you take half of that, which would be 4.
I also have resistance to necrotic, so I only take a quarter, don't
so
I?
So he takes 4, you take 2. So
Wait. What? How'd you take a quarter?
I
He
saved in the
succeeded
Constitution, and I have necrotic resistance.
Oh, you saved. Okay, I get it now. I didn't realize you saved as well. Or you saved.
Yeah, he reached out to both of us and did that.
So as that happens, he struggles to bring himself up onto his feet again. And as he does, he reaches from behind himself and pulls out a vial. And much like all of you have seen before, it looks like a potion of healing. However, it's filled with this black tar. He goes, "Not today. Not ever." And he starts to drink it down as you all try to stop him.
Yes.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
I try to kick the potion out of his hand.
sucks, cause it's his turn.
Sucks, we can't do anything.
Oh!
No, fuck.
He rolled like shit though.
Yeah, but still.
He rolled like shit. That's good.
He did.
That's cool. We all about to attack him next turn.
I mean,
anyway.
we're all just gonna start pounding on him next turn.
As he drinks it down, you see him start to slowly get up. But with that, it's Zaka's turn. She's going to bring out the healer's kit. He needs to make a medicine check. She has proficiency.
Oh,
she has
just because you
proficiency.
drink a potion, you thought you was gonna do something? Nah.
Oh, you know what that means, don't you? Is you have a potential chance to kneecap him again.
Nah, I already got his kneecap off. That's cool. I just want that food to me. I
So
know.
immediately, Own, you are returned to 1 hit point, and next turn you will be returned to 8 hit points. You are basically stable and on the ground as Azaka, you see, starts to treat your wound and start holding it down. You have a bunch of different holes in you, and you're just bleeding out, and you just see these tiger-like claws just reaching through her medical kit and just starting to bandage you. And as you're using have all this dead weight, she just picks you up and just starts wrapping bandages over you. Stay still. I haven't done this in this form before. And then she just rips off the bandage and then just starts tightening it around you. So currently at 1 at the start of your round. What is it? At the start of your turn, you will be at 8, but still prone. So remember, Bellador, it is your turn.
I'm gonna keep doing what I've been doing.
Okay. 24. will hit.
24.
Nice.
That adds some more. Well, goodbye to all the health he just gained.
Very nice.
That's 10 magical, 6 necrotic.
With that, he starts to get up, and this time you slash across his ribcage and just start pulling and raking the blade across him. And as you do, you see all this black tar just spill out beneath him. And as he does, he drops back to his knee and goes, "No, I will drink you to the bone." With that, Irvin's up.
Mm-hmm. We'll see about
Irvin,
that.
do the Eskimos proud. Finish him.
I'll see if I can do it. Oh,
21 will hit.
Oh,
am I still?
I
I'll do
mean-
a second one. Okay. there we go.
same exact thing.
Just in case. There
As
we go. We
you
gotta get a roll for us.
as you see him drop to one knee, and Bellador calls out, "Finish him." How do you want to do this?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Let's keep it simple. Decapitate him.
Okay. You see him calling out that he's going to drink dry Bellador. As you bring your blade across, you extend your foot over to behind him, get a good swing with one hand, and aim as high as you can, arcing it. You start to hit the back of his neck, and then shave upward. And as you do, he rises with it, and you cleanly cut at a weird angle his head off. And as you do, his head starts to spin up at an angle towards Doldir over his head, and it lands into the cauldron and starts to fall deep into the fire. And the body goes stiff on both knees, still standing.
One knee, because he ain't got no knee.
His stature is still one of a very powerful physical presence.
I yell at the head in the fire. That's what you get, bitch.
Spidey all dancing.
I want to say, should have looked at Irvin.
Oh, well, he's down. I'm gonna go check on Owen.
With that,
More?
Owen.
You're up to 8 points now, aren't you?
Are back up to 8 hit points.
You okay, friend?
Yeah. Yep, think so.
You took an acid spill there.
Yeah, a little bit. That hurt. Stand up, look around.
You might
Are there
want
any more?
From what you see, there's just the still stiff body of the fallen decapitated, but there are no skeletons around.
Okay. What's on this guy? Anything?
Alright.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I check out his axe?
Okay. So with that, with everything happening, since you're all kind of feeling in a secure place and moving around, it returns to the Fallen's turn.
What?
As you start searching his body, 2 arms grab Irvin. Grab Doldir. Doldir, I need you to make an acrobatics check.
He still has that disadvantage, right? Because of the hex.
Nope. Oh.
Hex, he has disadvantage, yes.
Yep.
So he...
I remember this time, bro.
Alright, so you said acrobatics? Alright.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, why?
Oh no.
He can roll.
Well,
He has
he
disadvantage.
could roll low. He has disadvantage. He didn't roll low. That is.
This would have all happened in a span of a few seconds, so Owen, I would say you would still probably be towards Azaka a little bit. And Irvin, you would have been a little bit over towards him too, because his round was only 3 more turns over. I would say you were back since you said you wanted to help Owen up.
Oh, okay.
So you help him up to his feet, so you're technically not prone anymore, Owen. But as he picks him up, you see the Fallen and everyone like starting to go through his body. His 2 arms just hulk towards Doldir, grab him, and Doldir, into the wound of the head, you see flesh starting to slowly grow back. However, he then, while holding you are considered grappled, and he's going to shove you into the fire. Since
Not
you
again.
cannot stop him, you immediately take, and he's going to hold you into the flame. You immediately take 2d6. You take 6 points of fire damage as the body grabs towards you and pushes you into the flame. As you're submerged in all this fire and you feel the heat, you see the head of the Fallen, eyes glowing bright red into the fire right next to you. Mouth wide open and just... that is his thing. Yeah, he's gonna hold you there. He's gonna hold you in the flames. And with that, it's Asaka's turn. As she sees all this, and sees Owen get up, the Fallen get back up with no head, just throwing Doldir into the fire. She goes, shit! And she pushes Owen and Irvin out of the way. She's gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20. She's going to try to break the athletics check with her strength check of her own. She's got it's a 17 on her, And 10 on him. She grabs his arms and pulls them off Doldir. You are no longer grappled. She would have done it over here though. She grabs the arms off, and Doldir, you kind of fall into the cauldron more, but you are considered prone, which would take half your movement, but you are not grappled, so you do have your movement still about you. But with that, Bellador is up. The Fallen is still alive.
We need radiant.
I assume Doldy is the only one that noticed the head was still like laughing at him.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of.
Yeah, I guess. See, if we need radiant damage, I can do a point of radiant damage.
Dude. Just hit him. Just keep hitting him.
Yeah, I'll just slash.
Okay.
15.
15. 15 will miss. As you try to slash across his back, a piece of graft in iron is hidden within the dark shadows of this room. There's still light showing you, the outline of him, but it's still hard to see exactly where he's vulnerable.
That's it.
All right. With that,
So yeah.
it's Irvin's go.
Would I know that radiant damage is needed, or is that really true, or would I know that?
You would know that most undead creatures can have some sort of undead fortitude and require radiant damage to be the final blow against them. Lacking
with
of
that, yeah. With that, I can go 5, 10, 15, 20. Can I pull Golder out of the burning cauldron?
Holy water.
I would say you can use your action to pull him out of the flames, and he would not be prone anymore.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay, so Doldir, you are no longer prone, and you are brought out of the.
Should I be right there? I'll go right there, I guess, to make him have room.
Woo!
Okay.
Sweet baby Jesus.
You
I
rush
feel like a
over.
roast pig.
Yeah. Okay. So with that, you pull him out of the flame, and the decapitated corpse of the fallen. You see the wound just slowly bleeding out this black ichor, but still standing. Its own turn.
Damn it, fuckhead, go away! DC's 11, not 13.
11.
He doesn't have a head, he can't see. Would he have? Yeah. There
So he is what? What happens to him? Oh, take a
we go.
flame?
He takes 5 radiant.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, with that being said, how do you want to do this?
Again.
Yeah.
Part
Oh, Owen in slow motion like staggers to his feet and sees all this kind of transpire. He's like
What's up?
blinking in his eyes. Fuck, that hurt a lot. Oi,
Worry.
you fuckhead, quit that! And he snaps his fingers and the dude erupts in fucking
Okay.
white fire.
With that, very Colonel Mustang just snaps his finger, and from a far-off angle camera lens, you just see a bead of white fire explode across the fallen's body. You all see the wreathing white flames start to bring him to some sort of mindless state as he's trying to reach out everywhere, left and right, trying to grab anyone he can. And as he does, he tips himself over and falls into the cauldron. And as he's breathing out in pain, you all hear as his body is turned to dust into the flames. The fallen is finally fallen.
Oh,
And
wow, that took a lot. that one. That didn't go quite as bad as I thought it was going to. So that's kind of good, I guess. Can I look around to see if I see the acolyte?
Make a perception check. As he falls into the thing, you all remember the reason you're here. 18. Looking about the chamber, you look at the rise platform. There's not much light up there, but you do see a bunch of glinting of what looks to be light and stuff up there.
Start climbing.
Yeah, making your way up there, you see a plethora of treasures that have been sent down as offerings. You see pottery, you see jewels spread about, but amongst them you do see an unconscious body of your companion, and she looks to be unconscious. You getting closer to her do feel a heartbeat.
I do.
Yes.
And then I divine sense to make sure she's not like undead or something like that.
You touch your holy symbol, casting it, and feel that within this chamber there are still several glimpses of undead energies within the room, but not within her.
Okay. I yell out, guys, we're still not alone. I sense something else. Still more in here. And then I give her 1 point of lay on hands.
Okay. The healing is enough to keep her healthy, but not conscious, as she's basically just still fatigued.
You see what I said in chat.
You take time to investigate for survivors.
The only real survivors here is the acolyte.
As soon as I have the opportunity, I'm going to start ritually casting Detect Magic.
Okay.
And I'll walk over by Irvin.
Okay. So with that, the Fallen has been defeated.
I do have that, right?
You all start looking about across the bodies. You see just lots and lots of fallen people here. This basically, as you all start to gather, seems to be whatever they've offered this creature for whatever power he's been able to bestow on them. Anything they could find, gold, animals, altars. You see wooden masks carved to be very, nice looking things you may have found in Port Nanzaru for a couple of coin, but it's sparse here, and you start to get from what he's spoken about before and the nature of this creature. He really, above all, wanted the life force of any creature that he could get his hands on.
So, if I heal her, can I tell him if I heal her more? Or will she become? She's stable. You said, right?
She's alive and healthy.
She's stable, but still not awake.
She's fatigued. You see a hot sweat across her. You see that she does react when you move her. Actually, Azaka does run over, picking her up, and starts to talk to her as she's gaining consciousness. And she goes, "I will tend to her. I will bring her to Echo. Perhaps she can help her more right now. Thank you."
Yes,
to all of you.
Well fun. Thank you. You as well. I'm glad you came.
Out of character, I can't help but think how she's going to carry her up in her mouth, and she bites her and turns her into a tiger.
An accident, accidentally destruction.
Crap.
I don't know what happened, but she woke up, guys. Wow, it's a miracle. Oh gosh, she's eating me!
So,
I'm just gonna say to Dolgia, it's like, I'm glad we hired this one to take us in here.
Yep.
So Asaka carefully brings her back to the hole where you all came from, and she says, "I'll wait for you at the entrance. Maybe there's something more to find here that could be useful. I'll wait for you."
I want to search the cave.
Yeah, I want to check. Is it possible for me to check out the axe the Fallen had?
Yes. So everyone, give me a single investigation roll for the entire chamber, from the loot hoard to what is around here.
Do I have advantage for having Detect Magic going?
I would say you do.
Okay.
I've been not rolling well so far this fight and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So, looking through it, there's loot, there's coin here for sure. There's, however, not a lot of things unusual that that you guys find here. So I'll write this down. How much gold is here?
Mm-hmm.
There's 500 gold pieces, 400 silver pieces, and 350 copper pieces.
I say we take the gold, guys, and leave the rest. It's gonna be hard to carry it all.
You also find 300 gold pieces worth of gems.
Yo.
Taking,
Gems as
I,
well.
s- I say we
The
take
gems
the
and
gold and
gold.
the gems.
Yeah, looking at everything, it will eventually start to get hard to even carry the gold in itself. If you wanted to take the gold and the gems, it would be lighter, but even then, this is going to be some heavy stuff to even climb back out. So,
What happens if we all take 100 pieces of gold?
yeah, spread out amongst you. It's still going. The thing is, you didn't come down here with like your bags and stuff like that. So it's heavy to kind of like put it in your pocket and in your coin purse. So
Well, we've got all day to do that too.
it's up to you.
Yeah,
guys.
we do.
That's
yeah,
true.
I'd rather do that.
Okay.
Guys, I still sensed more undead here. I checked after he died before I.
Well, I'm gonna check for traps.
So on the other hand, Owen.
I'm gonna start at least trying to take some of the gold and start
Okay.
moving it up.
Did anybody check the Death Knight? Like, are his weapons and armor person?
I wanted to check out his axe and stuff. Yeah.
So Bellador,
Okay,
grabbing his axe, there's an immediate cold chill you feel, and it starts to sting you with this sort of ice cold frostbite.
Drop that.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop it.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Okay. You know, in hindsight, I could have probably foreseen that
Do you-
that would be cursed.
Do you still have that spell going?
No.
Wisdom, right?
Yes, wisdom.
Do we still have? Did you
That's it.
have?
That's an 8.
The protection from good and evil. He didn't have it on.
I've never had that. Was Doldia who had it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Okay.
The axe bites into you with this cold touch. And as it does, you feel it kind of freezing against your skin. And a coldness enters the back of your mind. And you hear very subtly, yes. Oh, and looking with Detect Magic, you feel heavy magical presence from the horde, and you start searching with it, and you find actually a few things that are magical here. Sorry, actually, for the first time ever, do not have my magic chart, my magic items up. Sorry.
Oh, that's fine.
And I've been building up for this for a while now, so that's fun. That is
That's all
very
good,
weird. It's
We're
like
all-
the first thing
we're
I
all human,
opened.
man.
All right, so
We're all human, buddy. We're all human.
okay, so you find
All cursed items.
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
maybe you find a satchel, and lifting open the satchel, you see these beautifully made dwarven throwing axes, a set of 3 of them, and they have these very basic magic aura to them. Do you have identify?
I think I do actually through my cleric. Yeah, as ritual, but so we'll have to do that another time.
Okay, so
For now, secure them, and we'll say that when we have a chance for a short rest or a long rest, we'll actually
okay,
identify it.
so mark first then 3 dwarven throwing axes. Additionally, while going through this, and Doldir's grabbing gold and putting them in his pocket and all that stuff, and like putting all the gems together, you also find what looks to be tucked in as you're just kind of like scanning the area with Detect Magic. You see a corpse kind of tucked up against one of the chests, and digging through his person, you find a notebook. looking through the book, there seem to be notes and scribbles, basically a diary. And as you're just turning pages, you see arcane writings within it, which seem to be something similar to the spell book you found earlier that you also still haven't finished reading. So mark Spellbook of Necromancy.
Oh damn.
And additionally, there's one more thing you find here.
A skin kite.
As you're going over, Irvin has already in his hand, while you're casting Detect Magic and you've now pocketed a few things that you've detected, you go over towards Irvin, and Irvin already is holding what looks to be a gold and red jeweled encrusted scepter. Maybe about 14 to 16 inches long. This just gold encrusted scepter.
Ooh, crazy. I want to check this out. Here, I had it over.
Let's put these items in a bag until I have a chance to make sure they're not cursed.
Okay. As you all say that and start walking towards Bellador, you feel this instinctual need to hide the blade of the Fallen from everybody. And you sort of tuck it into your jacket. But there's a nice cold sweat now permeating from you.
So, how much gold was it again? 500?
Insight check.
No.
I just had so much gold.
I don't have the time to count it, but I think we're gonna take as much of it as we can.
Dolder's
Yeah,
already got
Dolder's
already got like a crown on his head and he's used his shirt to like scoop up as much gold as he could.
I do have a question, and I'm not trying to meta or be unfair, but I do have Detect Magic still going.
Right. There seems to be nothing else within
I
the
mean,
chamber that
to
you
be-
feel is magical.
Okay, all right.
I mean, to be fair, if he thinks it's like I gets his blame, technically my sword is magical because of my pact bond as well, so
Yeah.
I could get away with him thinking that was
Did you
that.
find- Did you check this? Did you check the Fallen? Did anything on him?
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to jump in the fire to check, honestly, so if you want to, go ahead.
Oh, he's in the fire still? Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
he
just
fell-
see
he
that
completely
his
fell in
entire
the fire.
body and effects basically were jumped into the fire after Owen just snapped his fingers and just like ignited him with this white blast of radiant flames.
So I can't see it through his coat jacket.
No.
Okay. All right.
For
All right. I won't bring it up anymore.
No, and I understand why.
Okay.
I take no offense to it. I've done much Reddit arguing over the internet and come on top on why certain Detect Magic wouldn't work on certain things. So
Sure.
with that, Bellador, you and everyone else leave, you with the Fallen's weapon tucked away on your person. The rest of you 500 gold richer, unless you want to take more time to get everything else.
Well, we're gonna split the gold amongst us, right?
Yeah, so I wanna go back down and get the gems.
Okay.
That's how we did the gems too.
The gems aren't hard. The gold and the gems
up.
aren't hard to take out on the first trip.
Since-
It's gonna be the
since
silver
technically-
and the copper and the powder.
Since
I would say let's go down, get the silver, but don't worry about the copper pieces.
Yeah, I'll grab some
The
of the stuff.
the silver's
since
useful.
Since I'm not really
Yeah.
grabbing anything, I'll grab the silver.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll say
So
you
yeah,
guys
we'll
take.
take the gold, the gems, and the silver. We don't care about the copper. Because remember,
Okay.
Yeah.
we go back up top. There are still 2 chests that are there that we haven't even opened up yet.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's true. There are chests up there, so let's
forgot
get back
about
up there.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Let's was this been let's take a short rest maybe, and then let's say.
And
Well,
then I'll.
Let's get
I
out of
lied.
the let's get out of this cave first of all.
Are we not? Are we done with the cave?
I would say.
Well, unless you want to come get this Topper.
It's up. It's
I
up.
thought there was more. There's
No,
more
no,
areas.
no. So there's only so the
Besides
magic
that, I
items
don't think
you
there's
guys
anything of
found,
value.
everything else was just
And Irvin did detect some more
500 gold.
zombies.
Yeah, everything else.
I felt more stuff here, guys. There's more.
Yeah,
something else
as you're still casting the divine sense, you do feel the presence emanating specifically from the skeletal piles. Each pile seems
Alright.
to have some sort of necrotic and necromantic energy that is still emanating from them. You don't know why or what may trigger it, but
Why don't we
Okay.
camp down here, guys? I mean, it's very defendable. Nobody knows we're here.
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, to be fair,
What? They're all gonna get up and kill us in our sleep.
Yeah,
I'd
I
also
know.
like to point out that this is still like the start of the day. We woke up, immediately fought the dwarves, and jumped down here, basically. We still could move.
Hey, you know what? Before I do leave, I do want to do one thing.
okay.
I want a piece of material from the fallen.
Okay.
Like something that looks like it was important to his history.
Looking about, there's still the unburnt pieces of his the armor that Irvin brought up, that the significance that he may have been a Death Knight at one point. Now, basically, actually make a religion check. Anyone who has a proficiency in it.
Oh, damn it. I guess I got an 8.
Irvin, don't you proficiency? No.
Okay.
Just out of spite, I like to spit inside the actual fire pit where the head is being burned at.
Okay. You still have scorch marks across your skin, by the way, Doldir, and on your hands. They are basically these red hot pieces of flesh. You're probably gonna need them, like some actual physical attention taken care of.
Gotcha.
But you spit into the flame and it just snaps and crackles into the mist. Irvin and Owen, you guys start talking and piecing some information together. Basically, what you can gather from this is he may have been at one point a Death Knight, but he has long lost a lot of the power that may have come with that. Maybe there are a few things that may have been attributed to this, but more likely, a powerful curse may have been put on him to remove any divine power he may have once held sway over. Because Death Knights, the danger of dealing with them is they are fallen paladins who are strong enough to retain that divine connection.
Connection, yeah.
The fact that he wasn't able to retort back against you with maybe some smites or healing abilities, the fact that he pulled out a healing potion means that he
Tell me
has,
something.
in all sense and purposes, not to beat around the bush again, he is a fallen, definitely.
Yeah.
To be fair, he was concerned we were gonna curse him again when we walked in.
Yeah. He did say that when you did walk in. Have you come here to curse me again? But with the time, you all gather whatever it is of importance here. Bring it back to the surface. You find Azaka, Eku, and the Acolyte now conscious within the actual cave. And I'd say if you guys want to make a couple more round trips, you do get the rest of the silver. But for now, we're going to take a break, and we'll consider this part of the short rest, okay?
It adds my dex thing to it.
It does still add dex to it. Okay.
Mhm.
I wasn't sure. That's the part I wasn't sure.
Oh yeah, and now okay, did that. Now I need to add the spell and cantrip I chose based just because I'm a warlock.
Okay. How's everyone doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I feel like an
So,
asshole.
So do I, because actually I messed up, dude. I forgot to make saving throws
Mm-hmm.
when I took damage.
Oh, and I need
Not
to roll
right.
for health. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so, who will be rolling hit die?
All of us. I already rolled mine.
I need to look at what I need to.
I'm taking the average.
No, I'm talking about rolling for hit points.
Oh, we go to full health if we do a night's rest, right?
For the third time. Who would like to roll for their new total maximum hit points?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm doing
hold
that.
on.
I thought you were talking about healing.
No.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So when we get back, we'll do the hit points.
Hold on. Let me look up what I would get, what my average would be. I think it is. If it's what I think it is, I might just go with that.
It is half your hit die plus your Constitution modifier, or you may roll your hit die.
Yeah, I think I'll take. Yeah, I'll take the average it says here for my class. So that's 5 plus Constitution of 2, so that's 7 more points.
Okay. So
I-
Beldor
I-
will be taking average. Irvin will be taking average. Anyone
I'm
else?
rolling. Fuck it. Let's do this, bro.
All right, get it.
Where them ones at? Come on.
you reroll
I don't
one.
feel like a wizard anymore.
Okay,
Okay.
4.
One under average.
Yeah.
Oh well, whatever.
It's a good risk. You know,
Yeah.
wizards don't have much reason not to not roll. The average is low enough.
You know,
I
just
think
out of
so.
curiosity, I want to see what I would have gotten if I rolled.
Oh, damn.
Well, it's too late now. Whatever.
Yeah. Doldir,
Um.
what do you want to do?
I'm just gonna take the average and then just add my.
Yeah, so it's half your hit die plus your Constitution modifier.
So
So
4 plus 2, so 6.
Okay.
So I'm sorry to ask this again. Are we leveling up right now? I thought we were waiting to do the long rest and level.
I'm gonna
We're doing
say that as you're all gathering yourselves within the cave, that there are no threats that will disturb you taking the day to yourselves, basically. Azak and Neku don't feel it's best to use the rest of the day to try to progress further and just regather everyone's selves, especially since the Acolyte might not be fit for travel immediately.
Yeah, makes sense. So we're saying we're leveling up now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I have to make my experience what number to do that? I'm at 900 now.
You can click the character mancer thing. And, if you look at so where are you guys? Adventurers.
Hit the cogwheel, you can do the character master
Yeah, what
punch left.
There's several cogwheels, so which one? I have one.
on the right. Should be on the
on
right.
the right.
Yeah.
Next to where it says spells.
Okay, and then the character man. Okay, launch level. Character man or level plus character man. What that is. Okay.
Okay. So Owen, you're gonna cast Identify on the magic items.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, and never mind. It's not half. It's -5 plus my average.
Hmm?
So mine is a D5 plus Constitution.
Well, it's supposed to be one over the half. So
Yeah.
if yours was a D8 instead of 4, it would be 5.
It's 5.
And then same thing for you too, Bellador. Half.
That's why I was checking. It said 5 plus my Constitution, so I did that.
one over the threshold because half is supposed to be 4.5, but we round up. I completely forgot about that, so my fault.
No problem,
yeah.
man.
For the items,
Feet. Okay, I want feet. So how do I do this? Okay. Oh, here's the feet tab. Shoes. Okay, here we go. I want. What's it called? Durable, I think. Resilient. That's what we call resilient and Constitution.
Ooh, I got slow fall, y'all. Ain't gonna take no more damage falling. I take a lot less damage falling.
that's good. It's gonna be important.
As long as you're conscious.
That's true.
Okay, guys. Between mage attacker, could I use if I wanted to? Could I use pole arm? What's it called? Pole arm master.
Polearm
with
Master?
nunchucks. Yeah, with nunchucks. Since I'm a dwarf.
No,
Not
I
really.
don't think so. It's not a reach weapon.
Yeah.
That's an actual weapon modifier that
Yeah.
polearm's good.
Alright, so one thing.
Okay, looks like I'm gonna be taking mad attacker,
Mage Slayer.
mage slayer. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Mage slayer.
Yeah, I'm just adding the ability score to charisma and dex to increase my abilities.
Oh shit! I'm up to 36 HP now.
Nice.
Nice. 34
And,
for me.
So you're gonna take the
And
ASI?
Yeah, and I'm adding it to charisma and dex to make them both 18.
Okay, nice.
I don't get a feat, so
Hey,
how
question.
much is your health at Irvin?
36.
34. 2 below you.
Hey, same as me, bro.
So yeah, quick question
thanks,
though.
guys.
Resilient. I'm supposed to get. It's supposed to make my. I took a feat called Resilient, and I used the Constitution, and I made my Constitution even. You're supposed to get a saving proficiency with saving throws in that, in Resilient. It didn't automatically check that, so I just have to manually check that. Is that
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just put a check mark.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure I was just not doing it somewhere behind the scenes and I'm doubling up on it or something like that.
It won't let you, I don't think.
Okay. So now I have saving proficiency and Constitution to it,
There you go.
and I have more health. Actually, my health wasn't as good. I have my my con. It was a 13. Now it's a 14. I have a +2 to con.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Not bad.
Do you need help with anything, Belvedere?
No, I had the concept. I picked a spell and a cantrip, and I think that's everything I get.
Abilities for improvement, cantrip, spell. Yep, next level's interesting for you.
Oh, I already know which invocation I'm gonna take at next level.
Already have
Oh, I
You
get
also
to.
get a third level.
Hold on. Half my paladin level is I'm even too, so I can prepare one additional spell a day now.
Mhm.
Yeah, sweet. It's
Oh, DM, I have a question.
3 plus
Yes.
5.
How do I roll incognito for you?
You click roll to DM. In that little drop down in the roll chat in the roll area. One second.
Where it says as? It just gives me options for me.
Hold on. Just add something. Oh, I see. There should be also on your character sheet an ability to change that. Oh, on the wrong thing. Show. I'll look it up right now. I think it's like whisper.
Ooh, next level I get.
It's GM roll.
Yeah. Type /W space GM. I mean GM in the thing. Yeah. Sorry.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Does anybody else see that?
No.
No,
what?
just you.
I'm just rolling my portents. I thought it'd be more fun for you guys if you didn't see it.
Oh, cool. I actually like that.
Okay. So, with that, you've all rolled your hit points. You've all taken a feat or an ASI. Anyone not finished leveling up?
1 sec.
Just a quick question. What level do the flurry of blows do 3 attacks? I can't remember.
Flurry does not ever go to 3 attacks.
It doesn't scale higher than that. You scale higher. So at level 5 with one action, you will be able to attack twice.
Gotcha.
And then it will keep scaling like that. So eventually you will normally just attack more, and then flurry of blows will just give you another 2.
Gotcha.
So
doesn't
scale.
Unarmed strikes get better? Like you're gonna do a decent. I don't know what you roll now. Oh, you have to.
Around level 9, he can punch ghosts. So.
Nice.
Fuck, he can punch a ghost?
I mean, can you punch a ghost?
Okay.
I mean, I can punch it, doesn't mean I'll do anything to it.
Yeah. When he punches stuff, things happen. Yeah, monks basically, scale very heavily like a martial class, but basically overcome a lot of the obstacles that martial classes get, where they can basically punch ghosts, undead, and actually do the same amount of damage they're supposed to do. Where a fighter and a barbarian basically need a magic weapon to do that.
Yeah.
And speaking of
worry,
magic
guys.
stuff,
Fuck off.
as you guys have gathered yourselves into the cave, about a couple hours pass after you've taken a short rest. Eku is Azaka has gone out to hunt. Eku is taking time to start working on food and help the acolyte recover. They've brought in basically the spiked barriers and basically filled the cave mouth with them. There haven't been any sounds of undead approach, and you've taken some time to yourself to gather yourself and look over what you've had. So,
is there a way for me to heal my burns?
the burns would you've healed yourself over time, but you would need an actual magical healing to remove the scars.
Okay, I don't care. I want the scar.
Well, it's gonna irritate for a bit.
Okay.
So,
how are we gonna divide the money we got from the cave, by the way?
50 to each of us, the rest to pot.
So that's 50 gold and 50 silver, right? For each of us.
Anybody have a complaint with that?
When we get back to town, we will just sell the gems.
Yeah.
And then just split that up again, yeah.
Yep.
So
Or
50
that's
each
just 100
month.
gold each, and then just use the gems for the...
The gems might be worth other stuff later. We may want to hang on to that for now.
We could do
Like,
100. We
for
could do 100.
example- Go ahead.
I was gonna say we could do 100 gold each and still put another 100 gold into the party fund because it was 500 gold there.
Yeah, that's what's... That'll work too. I like that idea.
I still vote 50, but I mean, you guys can outvote me.
It
As
don't
far
matter.
as far as the gems go, we should hang on to the gems because we can use gems to barter with people who do not use gold as currency.
That's true. I mean, also, it really doesn't matter how much we go to each other because usually if one of us show up, the others will lend us the money we need anyway. So
Yeah.
let's just put 50 each to us for each of those things.
Y'all put it like this. I ain't got no goals. I'll take the 50 regardless. I don't care.
Yeah, everyone gets 50 gold and 50 silver, and we'll put the rest in the party fund.
So that's...
okay.
Where did I write that down? There it is. So that's 200 off, so we get 300 a party.
And we're resting on the bottom floor or the
No.
first floor?
We're talking above where we found the statue.
Yeah,
Okay.
away from the statue, but
Well, we gotta...
close enough to the entrance where you can see the end of the tunnel and the barriers, but you don't have daylight, breathing down where you guys can get some rest.
Yeah.
But while you're all doing that and divvying out the gold, Owen has been ritually casting Identify on some of the magic items. So first off, the pouch with the throwing axes are a set of dwarven crafted throwing axes with the silver arcane inscription amongst the handle and the head. They're considered +1 throwing axes, so that's +1 to hit and +1 to damage, overcome magical resistance.
Could I use those?
You could.
Strength based.
So they have
Yeah,
a
it's
range
strength.
of
It's a thrown weapon.
20 to 40 feet. So 20 at a normal range and 40 at disadvantage.
Gotcha.
So, on top of that, the book you found is another spell book. After reading it a few times and gaining enough charges on it, you would learn the spells Cause Fear, False Life, and Ray of Enfeeblement.
Oh damn.
That would take some time as well to start.
How many charges do I have to get for that?
3. For each of the spell books you've found so far, it would be about 3.
Okay.
Yeah. And finally, the golden crusted. You found this like golden crusted scepter with these red jewels just engraved into them. Very beautiful craftsmanship. It seems to be something like made for royalty.
Yep.
It is considered a +1 arcane focus. It's a +1 to attack rolls and a +1 to your spell save DC.
Is that for what classes?
For a magic user.
Any magic user?
Any magic user. It requires attunement, however. But none of you have anything attuned yet that I remember.
And that should go to you or the
Do
warlock.
you have a name for this item?
It's called the Scepter of the Bara. It's a +1 to spell attacks, and your spell save DC is increased by 1. But additionally, it has 6 charges and regains 2 charges per dawn to a maximum of 6 again. You can use the charges to cast any of the following spells from the Scepter. For 1 charge, you can cast Command or Bless. For 2 charges, you can cast Charm Person or Lesser Restoration. And for 3 charges, you can cast Melf's Acid Arrow or Fear.
Oh damn.
While you're looking through it as well, you see
3 charges, you said?
3 charges for Melf's Acid Arrow or Fear. I'll give you the cards in a second. But you, looking around it, you see encrusted at the bottom an engraving that reads, "In the Golden City, on the Golden Throne, the ruler is God and King." I'm gonna put the. You should have the carrot. You should have the cards.
Looking for him now.
Right now, Scepter of the
Scepter
Bara.
of Bar.
Yeah, I would
Does
say
anybody have a problem if I take that?
The
If you
Scepter of the
have
Bar. I mean, I don't have a problem with you using that. No.
I ain't gonna use it no time soon.
I assume you're gonna also take the spell book.
Aren't the throwing axes strength based? Or no?
Yes.
They are-
Throwing weapons are strength based.
They're
unless
strength
he's
based,
inside.
but there's 3 of them. So you could divvy them out, or one person could get all 3. It's up to you guys.
How many you want, Irvin?
I think he should have at least one because you can use any ranged throwing weapon in melee.
Yeah.
I believe.
Quick question.
Sure.
Since I ended up taking the blade, the Fallen's axe, what should I put down? Should I just add it to my inventory?
It's funny that you say that. So while everyone's kind of like divvying up the magic items, you kind of find a section of the cave isolated from everyone and take a look at it. You pull it out, and you feel this cold sweat still just kind of taking in you, and you haven't felt cold in a while, especially something that would make you sweat. The frostbite cold of the handle itself starts to welcome you into it, and you just hear in the back of your mind, "Use me."
That is concerning.
What do you do?
What do you
just
do?
kinda-
I mean, I don't want to. There's nothing to be used on except you guys, so I'm gonna put it away for the time being and join back with the group.
As you try to put it away, it says, "I will give you anything. Just use me."
Okay. Is there any way? There's no way I would know anything about this weapon, would there be?
Make an Arcana check.
18.
18. As you're kind of holding it in your jacket, I mean, you're in a darker part of the cave right now, like, towards the ramp that kind of was filled with spider webs and was the only other way down, expanse of the cave you saw. And you're looking at it, and you see basically what looks like a kind of guarded handle made of black or dark blue, and the blade extends into an axe, and it looks like some sort of blue steel, but it's so dark, the metal. But you do see a shimmer against the blade of it that is like this sort of silver or chrome, and you get the feeling it has some sort of power that the Fallen did have. When you were struck by it, you did feel necrotic energies bleed into you, but you're naturally resistant to it. You feel that it would probably do something similar, dealing some sort of necrotic damage to those you would harm with it. But also, make me another wisdom saving throw.
What's the
20.
20. As you're gripping it, you have the gauntlet on your hand, and the gauntlet that grips the blade starts to become weighted in a way. As it does, you hear another voice come out that says, "Fight it."
Oh, damn.
You feel the gauntlet start to coalesce around the handle, and that cold bitterness is gone. However, the sway of the blade still takes you, and you feel like you shouldn't tell anyone that you have it. And you probably should use it at some point. But at the moment, the gauntlet wrapped around the handle of the blade removes the cold sweat over your body, and you retain some control.
I'm just gonna put it in my bag safely there and figure that out later.
Okay. You put it back, you put it in your bag, you breathe in heavy and walk back to the party, who are now divvying out some of the magic weapons that they acquired.
So, I wasn't paying attention, so
No.
Irvin
So-
is taking the scepter and the spellbook. What
I'm
about
sorry,
the axe?
guys. I need to take the dog out.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, I think he was taking the scepter and the spellbook.
I figured since he'd probably benefit him the most.
Well, you said Irvin, you meant Owen, right?
Oh, yeah,
I
sorry.
did. I misspoke.
You can still
Yeah.
talk about the spellbook because you could also learn those spells.
Hold on, let me look at the spellbook and see what it can do.
Mhm.
Let's see. I need to make an intelligence. Hold on, what's my intelligence at? Oh, my intelligence is. Okay. Let's see. What can I learn from doing it? Cause fear, false life, rain, enfeeblement. Well, since Owen has a spellbook, if no one objects, I'm gonna ask if I could have this spellbook.
So additionally, you can grant each other advantage on the check, by aiding each other when reading it. So it would make it easier.
You can be like, hey, this part here, you understand it?
Yeah.
Tell me what this-
Yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm gonna say, unless anyone has an objection, could I have the spellbook of necromancy?
I have no use for spells.
Yes, but
Says the
But
man
I-
reading the book on how to kill 100 ways to kill a mage.
100 ways to kill H while staring at some guy who knows magic in front of
100
him,
ways to
just
kill a mage.
just
Give them their
staring at me
face.
while.
If they move, clap them.
So
Put it down, baby. Then I don't. What's this word? Ah, reverse it. Okay.
how to kill a mage? Step 1: kneecap him.
All right. So
Oh, what
for
is
now,
it?
what we'll say is when Owen gets back, we'll figure out what you guys want to do with the spell book. But for now, he does take
But
the
yeah, what
scepter.
about the axes?
I'm taking 2 and Boulder's taking 1. I was just gonna ask, how do I add those? Can't try.
Just
I'm
add
trying
them.
to
Just
I
add
think
them
you
to
just
your-
have to manually write them in.
The card is for
Oh, yeah.
us. For me, the cards are what I've made outside of Roll20.
Yeah,
you
so
would
just
have
manual.
What's the? I'm asking for the damage for it though.
It's a D4.
1d4,
Yeah.
and it's with strength, right, or dexterity if you're throwing it.
It's with strength. But I would say being a dwarf, it is balanced for your kind. I would allow you to use it as. I would say for you, it would be you could use dexterity if you wanted to.
Oh, he can use Dex? Oh, I'll
Because
take.
I'm proficient with
Alright.
hand axes because I'm a dwarf.
Strength
Yeah,
is
yeah,
still
that's
better
not
than
bad.
yes. Hand axes for him, I would say are versatile for a dwarf. They can use
That's
strength
cool.
for dex,
No.
but you would want it for
In
dex
that
strength
case,
anyway.
in that case, I think you should take 2. I'll just take 1 then.
Okay, I'll take 2. All right. You said it's 1d4.
Yeah, they're 1d4 plus your modifier. So I think you're a 4 still.
So if I have to,
I'm a 3.
I'm-
3. Okay.
next level I get Misty Step, and I'm also have my wings. So if I can't, I can. I think
Oh, you're getting Misty Step.
Mm-hmm.
Coincidentally, that's the spell I chose to get.
Yeah.
Nice.
good.
Spell.
Misty Step is it's a good get in or get out spell. And you guys are kind of learning the importance of like swarming enemies, but
Is
also
it slashing or piercing damage? Sorry.
it's slashing.
Slashing.
One thing I also noticed was for the cantrip, one thing I think that would very benefit is Chill Touch, because if I use it against an undead, they get disadvantage on attack rolls against me until my next turn.
Right, yeah.
So that can be very useful in a forest full of undead.
Man, we just waiting for me to hit level 5 because I can just stun and strike every single one of y'all. I mean, every single.
I mean them.
Yeah.
Inside check, Doldir.
Yeah. Right.
It's all
Out of-
one of y'all.
Out of
MCVs
nowhere, you hear the voice of the fallen coming out of Doldir's lips.
It's just I don't like how he's getting ability to kill mages and half our team is spellcasters. So
Yeah. Suspicious.
and they just said that, so he's that's sketchy.
Yeah, he's been
Being
very
serious.
suspicious.
Yeah,
So.
Throwing
But
axe.
yeah. So with that being said,
One last thing.
Mhm.
Can since we're doing the rest, can I check? Oh no, I should let Owen do that just in case those treasure chests are trapped. Never mind. I'll wait till Owen comes back.
Aren't you the one that's supposed to check for traps first?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hold on. I got a question real quick for the DM.
That's Owen.
Oh, it is. Oh,
Yeah.
For these enchanted throwing axes, when I manually put them in for the damage, it says attack and strength. It says plus. When it says +0, is that where I put the +1 at? The +1 at?
to hit, you would put your normal to hit and then add a +1, and and on the damage it would be 1d4 plus your strength, and then add another 1. So if your strength is a +3, then it would be a +4.
1d4. So it was wasn't a +1 to hit and
Yeah.
damage, right? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, so I
And
said
then the
so
range-
to hit
The range was
whatever your normal attack is, then just add another 1 to that, and then for the damage 1d4 plus your strength, but add another 1. So if it's a 3, then it's a 4, and if it's a 4, it's a 5.
So yeah, for me it would be 1d4 plus 4.
Right. Exactly.
Mine says it just says strength. I thought that means it's gonna look in.
So basically, what you want to, because you're
It's-
using strength.
But it's
So it's
also
gonna-
a +1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
So
that.
when you see the 1d4 plus like your strength or dex,
Yeah, +1.
at that next plus, put a 1.
Yeah, I got that. Yep.
Yeah.
It's slashing.
Yep.
For crit, do I do anything there, or do I leave it?
No, crit's gonna be the standard 1d6.
A D4.
Because they already put it in for you, right? When they do
The crit just doubles the dice rolled.
Double dice, and it's gonna be a D4, so it'll be 2D.
Yeah, it'll make it 2d4.
2D4, but I'll put it in there then.
Well, it does it by itself, so if it's a 1d4, it'll double itself.
Oh well, it has a spot for
Yeah.
crit, and it says this. Right now it says 1D6. As an example.
Oh,
It's
you mean
gray.
for roll for the second roll? No, you don't need to. It'll automatically up
do
it.
it.
Every time you see that green
Okay.
mark, that green roll, it changes your dice rolled automatically.
Yeah.
The second roll is for
Alright.
someone like you who actually uses smite. To be honest, that's where you
Ah.
would want to put your smite.
Magic bonus. I don't know what that means. Okay, crit range 20.
But yeah.
Oh, too bad my unarmored defense doesn't go up
And
just yet.
And the range is what? Like it's 20/40. You said?
It's 20 and then 40 it's 20 feet and then 40 at
So
disadvantage.
20/40.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
I got
anything
it.
after
I'm
20
gonna test
feet,
it real quick.
it's at disadvantage. Anything after 40 is an automatic fail.
Did I do that right? Just roll 20.
Yes. Yes, you did. 20/40.
The damage would be.
8, baby. Hee hee.
I rolled a 1 + 3 + 1.
Yeah.
4 +
But you
1.
said you're giving me the other one, so I have 2.
Yeah.
Ooh.
If you want to, yeah. Because I'll have misses. You don't have any range abilities, right? Like
Nah,
nothing else,
like
right?
literally, I was gonna. Those were gonna be like, if I can't reach somebody, I'm just gonna chuck that mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just want one just in case, but like if since you,
Yeah.
they're normally strength, so I thought it makes sense for you to have them. If he's gonna let you use Dex, then I.
Yeah, because I look at my proficiencies, I'm good. I'm proficient with hand axes, so I'm like, oh, yeah, so I can add my proficiency with that as well.
So, after the next couple of hours, Asaka comes back with a young boar and sets that to cook. She's also transformed back into her human form. And she brings the boar over, cleans it, prepares it to be cooked, and for the rest of the night, you all talk about various things. Asaka explains that the reason she asked earlier when you were in the Emerald Enclave if you could take a detour was to retrieve an heirloom of hers, which was a mask capable of giving people the power of the were-tiger. It's something of something of importance to her, and on the return trip, she would like to take some time to go get it.
I mean, I'll see right now. Why not on the return trip?
Unless something goes horribly wrong, that should be a problem.
So,
Well, I was just gonna say, since I doubt Owen would have a problem, I guess could I try and get one success on one charge on the spellbook of necromancy?
Do what?
I was gonna ask, since you have a spellbook and I can learn these spells, could I get the book of necromancy?
Do I know if it'll work for him?
yeah, any kind of spellcaster. The spellbook mostly is a way to teach people certain spells. So this
You guys both
spellbook,
just take turns with it.
right? The spellbook
Yeah.
is not a tome, which is a much different kind of magical artifact, which would be expended upon use. You get the idea that you could take turns with it and still reap benefit. However, one person would have to take time with it at a time. You couldn't split it. So
Yeah,
would have.
That's
to,
what I was gonna say. Since you already have a spellbook that you're doing the charges on, could I use this one while you're doing that?
Are you certain you want to do this, though? This is a particular school of magic that is not well received in many places. I don't personally give a shit.
Yeah, I think I'll be fine. I mean, unless anyone's a problem for me using this spellbook.
I would highly recommend that you do not use these spells freely in civilized land.
Well, I wasn't
So, I
planning
give him
on
Rook.
to. All right, so because of that, I'm gonna attempt to get one of the charges on it. So I need
So you go off and
intelligence.
Crit fail.
Help him? Like, you guys can help each other, right?
well, you went to go read on it.
Well, that's not enough. I need a 15 to pass, so that does not pass.
Owen, would you like to take some time and help him with that?
Do I give up my own charge?
Well, to give him advantage on the roll.
I'll be able to read my book though.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and roll again.
Right.
No.
Nope, not good enough.
So
That's an A, you dumb fucker.
so as
Why did you
so as Bellador's kind of like flipping through the pages, he's trying to get to the point of getting to the spells. He's like, which page has a spell though? Like, how do I learn the spell? It's a different form of magic than you're used to, Bellador, because you've been given.
God damn it!
Yeah. There's a few things you need to know. As you're like going through it, Bellador, you've never once actually learned a spell from an outside source. Your patron has bestowed certain magic on you and kind of instilled it in you. As you're like reading through the pages, it doesn't seem to be in a standard say this, crush this, and you can cast this spell. It seems to be broken down into a lot of theory, how much of the arcane language to use, what triggers are possible when casting the incantation, but nothing definitive. So for the day, as you try to read it, it just escapes you.
Also, I did send you a message, by the way, over Discord.
Okay. Oh, okay. We'll talk about that when it happens.
Yeah, I was just trying to add some stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Just trying to figure.
No,
Yeah.
I know. I understand that. Don't worry. Don't stress it too much.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, but for now,
Just whenever you get a chance.
yeah, we'll do that. But Owen, did you want to work on the enchantment?
Now, is it an intelligence save or an intelligence check?
It's a check.
Okay, so I just need to roll this one.
Okay.
Damn. Did I do it? I don't remember what the DC
It was
was.
Is the way I
DC is
can
15.
assist him with that?
Okay, so I just don't make it.
Not necessarily. As you're trying to figure out your own book and going through it, there's not much you could lend to Owen. Owen could lend to you,
Okay, I see.
but you're more like, do you understand any of this? And Owen's like, of course I understand this, and he's just flipping through the pages. For now, I would say with the distractions you guys have had today, it's been a rough day. It's harder to gain any of the concepts you're trying to get from the books right now.
All right, got it.
But Owen,
While they're doing that, oh, go ahead.
finally with the scepter, there's a sense of magic to this that you're not really understanding. As you've already cast Identify, the spells you could cast from this seem to be thematic towards the inscription, something thematic about a ruler. There might be more significance to this than just the item itself being a magic weapon.
Yeah.
But that's
And that was just in the pile. It wasn't like on a body or something, right?
No, it wasn't on a body. It just seems to be something they may have found, or maybe even he brought himself.
Okay.
So
Fair
yeah, Irvin.
enough.
Well, while that was going on, can I be talking to the guys trying to learn
Yes.
survival?
Yes. Go ahead and make your wisdom check.
Just a straight wisdom check?
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh, it's save, damn it. Is it the same thing?
No, I think it's the same. I don't think you have proficiency in wisdom saving throws. For now, again, as you're taking the time, Asaka is carving the boar, and you're talking about different survival techniques. And you're retaining more of the information. It's the same way she's trying to teach you how to track like she did before. That the easiest form is on fresh ground, something that's already been moved, wet, or something like that you can visibly identify. But then she gets into the concept of broken branches. What's the difference between a branch broken, a leaf bent, disturbed earth rather than a track? And it kind of escapes you for now, but you are making progress.
Okay.
You get that a couple more times with this, and you should have the basis down to have the survival proficiency. But with that, you all get a good. You don't go for a full night's sleep yet, but I would say for now, you guys are level 4. You've gotten the magic items. You are all talking a bit about a variety of different things before you do end the day. Is there anything else you guys want to do?
Check out these chests, right? We have opened
Yeah.
them. Let's make sure
Oh
that.
yeah, the chest in the caves.
Can you, hey Owen or Bella, can you guys look see if there's any kind of magic traps?
I'll go ahead and detect magic. I've already checked it for traps, though, haven't I?
Yes, you did earlier.
So I
you did for
can't
magic
do it
traps.
But you
again.
didn't tell nobody though if they were trapped or not.
Yeah, earlier he did check. He didn't mention it though. These aren't
mention it, so-
trapped magically or otherwise, and bringing one of them is dead, bolted, locked with this heavy steel lock set on it. However, the other one opens very easily, and bringing it open, it does seem to be an assortment of more gold and silver. This one seems to be more heavily weighted with silver in it. Altogether, you find, I'll put it in the chat for you. You find another 100 gold,
Oh, nice.
another 250 silver, and about 50 copper. It's a smaller chest compared to what you've saw before, but this also, looking through it, the markings on these coins seem to be not something you're familiar with in Port Nanzaro, like their mints. These seem to be thinner pieces, made probably a little bit more poorly, but still the same weight in gold, silver, and copper. But they don't have the same markings on them. The markings seem to be a variety of different faces, but not humans. Seems to be some sort of animals among them. There's a frog that you can discern, but some of the others seem to be a little bit skewed, and you can't really understand what.
Wait, the currency is
I-
different?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I asked the guides. You guys know? You guys seen this before? You guys
I know anything about that?
You could make a religion check, but
What about history?
you could make a history check.
Yes, that's even higher.
I have proficiency in history. I'll also take a history check.
What? I just
Okay.
rolled a one.
That's an 18.
Nice. Irvin, it doesn't hit your mind. You throw the coin back in and just worry about
Yeah.
how you're gonna divvy it up. Own maybe a simpler people trying their first attempt at minting the coin. But Bellador, the more significant aspect of this is that a culture that would have started to mint their coins in different animals or something not of a person's face or a symbol of something would be a civilization more focused on the religious aspect of gold having a more divine power than just used for currency. It would have had to been a culture that had a much stronger root in something religious. But there's not much more you glean on it. And even Asaka comes over and she goes, I have seen these before, but I don't know of what realm they come from. They are definitely new to me. I don't know where or what city they may have come from.
Thank you. How are you gonna divvy up the gold, guys? You guys want to do 25 gold each? And all the silver goes to the party fund?
I vote put it all in the party fund.
I say just put it in the pot. All this money you got there in the party fund.
You guys want to flip a coin for it then?
No, I'll go with the party fund. That's fine.
What was that amount? 100.
1 gold, 250 silver, and 50 copper.
Hang on. I I gotta find where the party fund is at. It's way in my journal.
Ah,
What about this other? It's locked, you said, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I have a nice weighted maul here. You want to help me? Take out my.
I'll pick it. Hang on, but I do need to
Mark,
ask
I think-
DM. Hang on. Do I need to keep this currency separate?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna fucking check for traps and then pick the lock.
Okay.
You want me to roll for traps again or no?
No, you rolled for traps.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and pick the lock.
Okay. 13. As you're trying to dig into it, you do hear some sort of clicking as you bring your tools in, but then as you turn to get the lock going, it doesn't hit the spring to lock back into place. Either the spring is missing or has been damaged, but as you continue to try, no, something's wrong with that lock.
Right?
And that's, I want to hold this gray sword, wedge it, so that way it gives you a little bit better chance of hitting this thing. So
Not me, I'm old.
Well, I had.
I volunteer with the young whippersnappers.
Yeah, one of you guys, I hand out my gray sword. I have a gray sword. I pull out my gray sword. And
I thought you sold your great sword.
Why don't you use them all?
I'm going to use them all. I'm trying
Oh,
to
we're holding the great sword. Okay, I got you.
to hold it, like to prop it up at an angle, so I can smash it with the.
Go ahead and make a
Ooh.
strength check.
Do I get advantage? That's what I was trying to go for. Just have them help me.
Not
But then
really.
use the gray sword as a way to like angle it. To
I
help.
don't think it's a really way we could help with that.
There's
Well, that's what
not
I'm saying. Just gray
much
sword for
more you could do to help. Either the lock breaks or it doesn't. I'll give you advantage.
Weighted maul. There we go. When
24. Okay. You slam as hard as you can into the lock, and it sinks in. It just. And the lock seems to kind of break a little bit, and you give it a second swing, and the lock comes right off.
Okay, good.
We all take 8d6 fire damage, half with reflex.
Psychic damage. Yeah.
Well, that would be if it was at that level. No, I was just kidding. No.
It's actually a mimic and bites Irvin's hand off.
I was gonna say, watch me.
You open the chest, and you see something like you see inside what look like ingots, metal ingots.
I do have detect magic going.
Nothing
Look
magical.
at this.
Nothing magical.
Anything? No.
Can I identify it? Like, examine the ingots?
Sure.
Yeah, I want to look at one too.
What do you want me to roll?
Can make a intelligence check.
I'm proficient in all 4 knowledge checks. Do I get proficiency
This
of that?
this
or-
wouldn't be any of them. This is something totally different. With an 8, the metal looks a bit weird, but there's nothing in it that says what it might be. Does anyone have
Okay.
blacksmithing or?
Something? Nah, I must
Or
be-
someone a dwarf? Maybe a dwarf.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had something.
Remember,
in my
this
throat.
wasn't the one camp we were in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was choking on.
Boulder. Boulder, come here.
Yeah.
You know anything about these?
I was asleep. What?
I know.
Oh, okay. You
Check
showed
you awake.
Doldir one of the ingots.
Yeah.
Doldir. You're completely uninterested unless it's gold. So the fact that there was no gold in it, it didn't matter. But when you get up and he shows you the ingot, you go, "Oh shit, mithril."
No. Mithril. This is good stuff, guys. I don't want it though. You guys know what mithril is?
Care to explain what that is?
Okay, so
oh
in
wow.
a brief sense, you know how when blacksmiths they make either iron weapons, steel, mithril is basically a step above that.
Yeah.
It's one of the stronger armors that you can make to use weapons, armor.
Really.
Yeah, really.
I mean,
So like,
great.
if you find enough mithril, you can actually put it into armor, and then also too, if you get it enchanted, it'll be one of the best
Ooh,
items you can have.
that sounds.
As he does give a good explanation, some of you spread out through your dealings with, trying to, as adventurers, you do look for certain things, certain things that everyone talks about. Healing potions, carpets are flying, bags that can hold almost anything.
Self-replicating
Bags of wind.
Yeah. You do also it does hit you when he brings it up and explains it to you. Mithril is one of the rarest metals in the world and is considered to be the most sought after for craftsmen. And is restricted to dwarven mines. They do not even sell it outside of their fortresses because they don't want it to fall into other races' hands. Even to make money. It is supposed to be
Like revered.
yeah.
Highly revered and regarded.
Yeah, it's top of the line quality.
Oh, how much is this to make me or any of us?
Going through it, it's hard to tell without a blacksmithing proficiency. But there is 6 ingots in this chest. It may not be enough to fill the entire chest, but 6 ingots of mithril do actually weigh quite a bit when you start stacking them, and it's unwieldy, but at the same time, probably something you should bring back or take at some point.
Yeah, I'll carry these.
Yeah, I say we should. I say we should hide this stuff and come back after we deal with the basin.
Yeah, it would be a pretty difficult thing to carry by the trunk alone, even 6 ingots.
Yeah, because we could probably use this as a base, like a halfway point of operations. When we're actually finished, we can just come back to this area, clean out whoever's in here. But most of the time, ain't no I go in here because of zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I say we hide this and then come back for it.
I would. So you said there's 6 ingots.
Yeah.
I would say hide this towards the back of the cave. Are there like ingots or? Oh, you know what? I would say
there's a lot of good places here that you could hide it. A lot of there's the wooden barricades. All of the extra passageways have been barricaded, save the other one that goes down. There's boulders you could bury it under. There's wood. You could try to bury it a little bit into the dirt. It's up to you.
Yeah, I would say let's go to the back part of the cave, the one that's towards the back, but it's like rounded off.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start digging like a little hole so we can put the ingots in there, and then cover it up, toss some rocks on top, and then put some pieces of wood.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you guys, Doldir goes over. You dig it out a good hole, place the ingots, the rocks, the wood, bring over one of those barriers over, and it just looks like anything else in a dark cave. And you're gonna have to remind yourself about that.
Yeah.
I'm going to take out a piece of parchment and write that down because I have that stuff.
Yeah,
Just to make sure. I'm going to go back for ingots.
Okay. So, with that, anything else you guys want to do?
I'm going back to the sack, yeah, boys. I'm tired.
Yeah, it's been a rough one today. Good job, everybody.
Yeah. Well, good job, everyone. So after
hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, never mind. If the albinos wake up, Dang.
I think there's only one alive out
they've-
here.
The albinos have cleared out.
Okay.
Yeah. From those that were unconscious, they've fled by now. Especially after you defeated the Fallen, they don't feel comfortable.
I mean, the guy that they were worshipping to give him ultimate power was defeated by this group. So yeah, I understand why they wouldn't want to be around us.
Yeah.
Guys, I just say in the morning time, we should just topple the statue and cover up the hole with it.
Let's deal with that in the morning, though.
Yeah, that's what I said in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, we can, but after I get some sleep.
So,
Agreed.
you all get, after eating boar, you make your tents, you get your sleeping bags, and find yourselves going to sleep. I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
What?
This is gonna be the death. Oh, I'm good. I got 22. I'm cool.
I got a 2.
Irvin.
I'm gonna like rap today. Dude. I'm really so bad.
Today is not your day.
So, Owen, going to sleep, your mind sort of wanders a bit in an analytical way. You could think about where this city could be, what you all have dealt with so far, what connects to each other. Your mind starts to kind of wander, trying to put this puzzle together. But regardless, you fight through it and you get a good night's sleep. Doldir. You try to go to sleep, and it gets a little difficult, but that's just because you wasted all that beer on the fucking dwarves that you had to fight anyway, and now it's gone. Like,
Then you
fucking
got to fire.
what
twice.
what
Freaking
assholes. Like, come on. So you like disgruntledly like turn left and right, and then you're like, fuck it, I ain't gonna survive anyway. And you take a swig of what is left of your alcohol, and you're able to get a good night's sleep.
Hey, God, I was just thirsty.
Motherfuckers wasted my own.
You know how people get warmed up? I just needed some alcohol.
Irvin, your night gets a bit more difficult as you're trying to get the idea that you won today. You did good. You guys were able to defeat a dark creature, stop a plot. It doesn't get out of your head that you were afraid at various points. And that fear isn't going away. And you know that, okay, maybe next time I'll get in the front and I'll just I'll smite early, or I'll do this differently. We're doing well. What can we face that I am not prepared for? And we're getting stronger as we go. But the more you think about, there's still in the bit of your chest this stone, this feeling of weight that you can't get rid of. And though you do sleep and recover all your hit points, in the morning you will have 1 point of exhaustion.
What do I track that up?
Exhaustion. You can make a little. You can make where you have those divine smites. You can add another. I don't know. I think you have yours. Is that like that? Yeah, you do. So instead of lay on hands and divine sense, you can add one and just. I'll put it for you. Exhaustion.
Oh, what you're saying.
I think I spelled it wrong, but yeah. So just mark off that you do have 1 point of exhaustion.
Okay, I just did that.
Doldir. You try to go to sleep, and that coldness keeps coming towards you. Even though the sword is in your bag, you sleep with your face pointed towards it, and you can feel a bitter cold starting to creep across your body. As you do, you close your eyes and you see darkness. You see an endless void, and you can hear something. Breathing. You can hear the breathing that you heard earlier from the fallen. Use me. I will give you anything.
Anything?
As you feel this presence, it starts to move closer towards you, and you feel heavy set footsteps walking towards you, overshadowing you, even in this darkness. As you do, your instinct feels maybe like the fallen wasn't taller than you. I can stand up to him, I can fight him, I can get through this. But the entity still moves closer and closer until it is dwarfing you by maybe 14 feet tall. He was never this tall, and he goes to grab at you, and as his hand extends towards your face, darkness takes you until you see a single bead of blue light. It glows more, and then it encompasses you momentarily, and as it does, you feel a spread of white blue energy just emit from you, and you see a flash of certain moments. You see a group of people in the middle of the jungle fighting against a Death Knight, this ironclad creature, over and over again as arrows break against its its rough iron body, its helmet encrusted and closing off any facial expression, just these dark red eyes glowing. And it's just laying waste over and over again to warrior after warrior, slaying women and children and burning entire villages down, and undead hordes just sprawling around behind him, until rushing forward from behind, a blue divine energy smashes into its back. He tumbles over, looks up, and sees, and clad in silver and blue steel, and with a symbol blazoned across its chest, a symbol you recognize as the symbol that is also on your gauntlet. A humanoid creature raises his maw into the air, and a blast of divine blue energy emanates from the maw and strikes the Death Knight. And as it does, your vision wakes up. You wake up instinctually, and as you do, your gauntlet is glowing with a faint blue energy. And you see emblazoned on it the symbol that was also on the paladin in your dream. And in one word etches into your head: Torm. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh shit.